That missed shot by Vince Carter. Maybe that medium-range jump shot might be one of the few weaknesses in his game. Hard to find any weaknesses. You have to be searching long and hard.
Well, you know, it's when he takes it. He can make it, and it's just a question of taking it under control. That was a control effort.
They're cousins, Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. Let's go to Ahmad.
That's right, Tom. They are cousins. Tracy told me that their grandmothers are cousins, so they're not, you know, near cousins, they're distant cousins, but cousins nonetheless. Tracy also told me that he really enjoys playing with Vince, and he said that they could be the next Jordan and Pippen. And I said, who would you be? He said, I would be Pippen. Tom?
Really, what gets the Toronto Raptors in trouble is their own impatience. And when they are patient, they're a tough team. And when Vince Carter is making shots like that,
who knows patience?
there's a smile on the face of Butch Carter.
Ahmad Rashad back at the Air Canada Center here in Toronto, and I'm joined now by Vince Carter's #1 fan and also his mother, Michelle Carter Robinson. Thanks for visiting with me. Now, here's what I want to clear up. I've heard that one of the reasons for his big improvement is that he spends his summers in film sessions with you.
Sometimes, part of it, yeah. Besides working out, we go over films from the previous season, and I point out things where, see, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Just like at the beginning of the second quarter here, he had a pass, nobody rotated over and forced him to make a bad pass.
Now, he tells me that even when he's playing, he can hear you yelling things from the stands.
Yeah, probably from yelling for so many years. You know, you go to sleep and I hear her yelling.
Carter for three. He looks inside.
You know, if you're Vince Carter and I'm guarding Hardaway, you got to come back to me at the other end. I got to do some damage on this guy and get him down. Carter over the top.
Vince Carter shoots over him a three-pointer. Yes, you saw Carter raising his head. Was it a three? Yes, it was a three. He has 20.
Say it again. 20 already?
Hardaway has answered. The two stars back and forth. And Carter had a smile as he retreated up court as Hardaway matched his three.
And sometimes that's all you can do defensively. If a player's shooting well, you just got to live with it.
Take that! Incredible! Vince Carter. Hardaway scored 7 straight points. Now Oakley picks him up on the switch. Hardaway shoots anyway, missed one. Curry. Bad pass. Hardaway deflected it, but right to Carter for a jam.
A 2-point game, and it's going to be Carter that's going to have to start bringing them back. Whoa!
Oh, the spin, the 360 layup, Vince Carter.
He's not been able to get inside many times, and now that is worth seeing more than one time, because that is improvisation right on the fly.
And listen to the crowd, ooh and ah, as it's played on the big screen. 3-point play for Vince Carter. He has 29 in the game, 28 in the game. McGrady slapped it away. Oakley gives it up to McGrady. Oh! McGrady gives it up to Davis, then dives to the rim. Nothing there. Here's Carter with a screen. Three-pointer on its way. Hardaway with a football-type catch. His fall away won't go down. Christie out-scrapped Rogers for the rebound. There's the three you mentioned. No good. Long rebound. Carter. There's one more that you can add to the repertoire.
So it's a 3-point advantage for the Phoenix Suns, and let's see if that defensive attitude steps up and closes out the third quarter of play, and they make it difficult for
Now nothing's difficult. Carter wants it. Christie gets it to him. Shoots over Marion and hits Sean Marion.
And as I said earlier, now what they need to do is move the ball, move people quickly, give Carter a chance to make it happen.
Okay. 41 for Carter, and Toronto has tied it at 82. Marion, short. Picked up by Toronto. Davis hands to Bogues.
If you were to say which is the option you'd want to have, it wouldn't be Penny Hardaway or Rogers shooting the ball because they played well from the outside, but it would be Sean Marion, and he missed, trying to go back to Carter.
Baseline jumper. Oh.
Took Robinson down and showing his versatility, really keep moving his feet against Doug Christie and pressuring the ball. 13 on the clock.
Here they get it to number 15. Quick double team. Gugliotta and Kidd knocked away, and then he puts it in. Somehow Carter recovered, and he has 51 points. Career high. Hardaway, Rogers for three. Got it.
They
1 point game.
Go away.
Jason Kidd checked by Carter. High post Rogers. Rogers turning on Oakley. Here's the drive and the spin knocked away. Loose ball. Toronto has it. Christie is fouled. And that's it. Game over.
Well, Dick, we think of Toronto as a hockey town. It's home to the Hockey Hall of Fame, home to the Maple Leafs, who have been around for 84 years. But, you know, the Leafs just lost the Game 7, so they're out of the playoffs, and it's the Raptors, Vince Carter, that are still carrying the playoff torch. This place is purple fever rampant. 13,000 people with purple headbands. The game sold out in an hour's time. So the Leafs may have 13 Stanley Cups, but, Dick, it's the Raptors who are still chasing this year's top prize.
Carter hit three, so that may be a signal of what's to come.
We see Vince Carter go right over to Hugh Hollins and say, I got fouled on the shot. See, this is something that he's got to get over. You go with the flow of the way the game is called. You must attack the basket. In Game 2, 0 foul shot attempts. And that's almost unheard of when you take 27 shots.
And scored 28, but Carter, with the first 5, Raptor points. Snow, defended by Childs, tries to get it inside. To Lynch, knocked away. And here on the drive, Carter. So he at least trying to get inside. And 7 points for Carter of Toronto's first 9. It was a wild helter-skelter game, too. Here is Carter. What a start for him. He has 10 points, including 2 threes to start it off. The lead is 1. Childs staying in the game with 2 fouls, missing the shot. Hill fighting, Carter winning and getting the basket. Carter with the second effort. Sixers cut down their turnovers from 19 in Game 1.
One-on-one.
And Carter firing over McKee. Hits 3 for Vince Carter, so he so far has had an answer for the answer, and he has hit 6 of 7 overall. Del Curry into the game. He's been brilliant from 3. And that's a 2-point basket for Curry, who is 7 of 16 from threes in the series.
We have 2 of the top 4 offensive rebounding teams in the league. They are very vicious in getting to the glass. So you must put a body on a man when a shot goes up at your defensive end.
Carter hitting his 4th three-pointer. So Carter is 4 for 4. Iverson and Carter got a piece of that one. So Carter doing the defensive job on Iverson. And the pass inside to Davis. Alvin Williams spreading the needle. Clark going out. Curry. Close, but no cigar. Rinson and the interception by Alvin Williams on the long pass attempt by the Sixers. Carter will go for another 3. 5 for 5. 23 for Vince Carter. 4 minutes elapsed here in the second. Carter does it again. Vince Carter has hit 6 out of 6 from 3-point territory. He has 26 points, and this crowd on its feet. What a show by him tonight. Alvin Williams leaving the game, did not score, replaced by Chris Childs. Iverson only 6 of 13 from the line. Carter 7 of 7 from 3-point territory, and he's got to be approaching playoff record stratosphere. He has 29 points. And the miss by Iverson. Fight for the loose ball, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Sixers. The NBA playoff record has been established by Vince Carter with 7 3-pointers in a half.
you look at the Sixers. They're weathering an incredibly blistering half by Carter. They have missed their foul shots. They're not shooting a high percentage, and you look up and they're only down 8.
Well, the Raptors did the same thing. They withstood the Iverson attack in game 2, and it was close. Here's Davis. Davis with 12 points, and he has had a tremendous series. Here's McKee, who just hit the three-pointer. The double team leaves Snow open. Way off the mark. Snow, and Childs underhands it to Curry. Curry looks, steps back, and misses a 3. Carter with the rebound, turnaround, another one. That's amazing, amazing. Vince Carter on a turnaround has hit his 8th three-pointer in a row. I don't even think he can see the basket on the turnaround. 32 in the game. The Sixers, 11 of 19 from the line, a far cry from game 2, and they missed only 1 from the strike. Here is Childs open for 3, and he's got it. So somebody else besides Vince Carter hitting the 3 tonight. 16-point lead, and the Sixers making the Raptors work to bring it up. And here is Jerome Williams to Carter. Carter over the big. McCullough scores. So here is Vince Carter going up against McCullough.
Clear out here.
And it's Carter against Lynch. Carter starting where he left off, 36 points. And driving is Childs off the rim. Batted out, Childs has it again. And there's a pass to Carter. It was not a shot, but a pass to Carter over his head. And we're seeing everything tonight from Vince Carter as we saw from Allen Iverson in the last game. There's Snow. And Carter out battling Mutombo for the rebound. And here is Antonio Davis. And the Toronto Raptors force Larry Brown to call a timeout after opening up a 21-point lead. Here is Carter again on the isolation of Hill coming over to double team, leaving Oakley open to hit the shot. Oakley with his first points tonight.
Now, Oakley in this series has been very solid.
Here's Carter hitting the 3. The Raptors have been scoreless for the last 3 minutes, and Vince Carter has tied Rex Chapman's record with 9 3-point field goals in a playoff game.
And he keeps fighting Carter very hard so that he could not post up.
Jerome Williams defended nicely by Lynch. Gets the ball back and puts it through. Well executed. Vince Carter to Jerome Williams. And the foul. These are pivotal minutes right now as the Raptors try to open their advantage and the Sixers want to get it down. Carter with a runner in the lane. Vince Carter now with 43. 14-point lead. Entering some critical moments for the 76ers to narrow the gap. Carter! How did Carter get that shot off? He was like going to his left on the left side of the floor, and he flipped it in. 45 for him. Crowd having a blast tonight.
Now you got to do this. See, right now Snow's trying to play Carter. You can get it either way.
Alvin Williams from Carter. Alvin Williams tonight with another assist and a timeout called by the 76ers. Carter on the drive and no basket.
They'll give it to him.
Yes, they do.
They give him continuation that time.
All right. Kevin Ollie with Jermaine Jones, Todd McCullough, Rodney Buford.
Look up.
And here it's going to be Carter. 50. 22-point lead, the biggest of the game right now, and Vince Carter is going to go out to the thundering ovation right here. Boy, did he have an answer tonight. Carter with 50 points tonight. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 blocks. Incredible game. And you mentioned Davis with 20 and 14. Allen Iverson, 23, but only 7 of 22 from the field, and that does it.
With Joe Johnson, who has played poorly against the Nets this season, going against Sean Williams. Tough matchup here for Sean. Joe Johnson getting where he wants to, but he can't finish.
Well, the thing about Joe Johnson right now, he has a rhythm and he's playing with confidence.
And the Nets run on the floor. And they take the lead. Kevin Harris He turned both ankles last night, but is in the lineup. Nate Kristic is not. Sitting at his 3rd straight game. As Carter going baseline for the jam.
You look, high percentage shots by the Nets. First 3 baskets, good looks at the rim.
In a previous meeting in Atlanta, they had 60 points in the paint, and all 12 of these points in this game. Both teams getting inside, and there's your first jump shot of the game, a 3 for Richard Jefferson.
That time Josh Smith dared Richard Jefferson to shoot the long ball.
Carter 6 to shoot. Connects on a 3, Vince Carter. And the Nets are 2 out of 3. Excuse me, 3 out of 4 from downtown in this game. They take a 15-13 lead. Now Carter hounding Bibby, and that's going to be a backcourt. I think you did intend that punt, by the way. I agree with you.
Are you kidding me?
Devin Harris, a nice backdoor feed from Carter.
The only thing you say about him, I would say he didn't practice. And even then he said, practice? Practice?
There's Jefferson underneath off another feed from the high post from Vince Carter. Vince Carter's got it up top. This time they'll shoot it and drains it. Vince Carter's having a game right now, Mark. 7 points, 4 assists. Smith saves it, then he gives it right away. Knock ball. Carter. Jefferson. As Devin Harris now out to Carter. Vince has had a terrific first quarter, I should say. 7 points, 5 assists. Finds Jefferson. He hits a 3. Why not? Everybody getting in on the act from behind the arc. Carter finding a way. Carter's a perfect 4 of 4. 9 points, 6 assists. 7.5 seconds to go for the Nets. Carter with 3 to the rim. We're the 1.7. Carter finding Bokey again. That's 3 times he's gotten free on the baseline for an easy dunk. 11th pick in this year's draft. AC Law puts the Hawks on top by 2. Carter again. Working his magic. Vince Carter. How about that? As Carter's back in the game trying to do something about that right now. That's offense sputtered when he went to the bench. But not now. He can get anywhere he wants on the floor tonight, Mark. Jefferson gets it in for Carter. Nice pump fake. Does he have time? Yes, he does. A dunk to end the first half. You follow the NCAA tournament, Mark?
Absolutely. This is a great time of year.
I thought you're still upset at the committee for not including St. John's. As Carter knocks down a 3. There's Carter working. He controlled the game offensively, and he's can't finish there, but he puts it in, and is a tip of his own miss. Carter now with 20 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. Here's Carter, your ally. Here's Carter, 15-footer. It's good. Vince leads the Nets with 24. Game tied at 83. Carter. Down to 9 to shoot. Isolated on Childress. Fights through the help and scores. Carter now against Josh Smith. Under a minute to go in the third. Down to 6 to shoot. Carter's jumper is good. After Swift knocked down Josh Smith on that screen, Carter drains the jumper. He's got 28. I'm Italian. I have to talk with my hands. Here's Carter. 20-footer. Drains it. 31 for Carter. Carter handling up top. Runs around Pachulia. Keeps the dribble inside and scores. Wanted a foul, didn't get it, but he's got 33. The difference between the first half and second half for Joe Johnson. He's their star. Nets have controlled him, and they've controlled the game. Carter, spinning shot. Carter with a season high 35. Here's Carter. Played by Smith. Vince going to work again. And scoring with a little English off the window. Carter with 37. That's the most a net has scored in a game this season. Carter going to work again. Looking to put the finishing touches. The pass. Jefferson elevates and scores. Nets up to 119 points. And more impressively, have held Atlanta to 39 second half points. That's a look for some more consistent effort as Johnson's 3 is off the mark. And that's going to do it. The Nets bounce back from a poor performance last night in Chicago, and they tie Atlanta for the 8th spot in the Eastern Conference playoff hunt. The Nets take the season series from the Hawks 3-1.
Okay, and Williams taking it outside. Vince Carter with a three, and he hits. Well, there he is, folks. Vince Carter, NBA Player of the Week for the period ending March 21st. He leads the team in scoring, 17 points per game, and of course that's number one for the rookies. Williams taking it inside to Carter.
Boy, let me tell you what. This young man's legit.
He posts up in a hurry, and he gets up. He's got rockets in his rear end. Carter posts up. You've already seen him hit a three. Now he takes it to the middle and lays it up. Elijah with a goaltend. All right, again, Carter taking it inside. Boy, he just wore Pippen out on that move.
Let me explain something to you. This young man has no fear of Scottie or anybody else out there.
Pippen could change the direction. Now pass off, and Hakeem tried to pass it inside, threw it away. Carter, great pass to McGrady. Now these two recently found out they were distant cousins. McGrady has moved in with Carter in the same apartment complex. They spend a lot of time. They're best friends. And Carter's taking the young McGrady under his wing. Pippen with a miss. Flashing the other way is Carter. Oh, my goodness. A 360 whirl-around dunk.
Now, that wasn't necessary. He's just trying to show off on somebody out there, Bill. He shouldn't have did that.
Carter will put it. Calvin, let's watch him work here.
I'm studying him real hard.
Ball on the floor, taking it to the...
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Did you see what I just saw?
That's a little bit of Jordan there. Carter, a little off balance and still had enough to go through the middle for the shot. He has 15 points already. He's got some good rookies on the floor here tonight. Carter taking it in. Oh, my goodness. He went underneath the basket and then put it up behind him. Christie puts it up, blocked by Elijah. Carter gets the loose ball. It was knocked out of his hands, and here's Christie with the jumper.
Nevertheless, the Rockets played Christie correctly that time. He took a step off, played his right, made him fade to the left. Elijah came over and blocked it. Unfortunately, he got the ball back and still scored.
Barkley taking it inside and blocked by Carter. Carter blocked Barkley. Is there anything this kid can't do? Oakland bound. McGrady with a slam dunk. Carter outside. He does not hesitate, folks. He'll shoot it from any place. Williams taking it over to Carter's side now. Pippen backs off, gives him a little room. Carter was a turnaround and over Pippen. And Carter is now 10 for 13 from the field. 21 points.
Let me get my dictionary out and find out what the word legit means. Because that's what he is.
Here's Carter from the outside, and he hits again. He's 11 of 14. Well, if you play off of him, Murph, he's going to hit the outside shot. You know, most guys you can play off of. This guy's a legitimate shooter. And foul is called on Scottie. That's his first foul of the game.
Carter also enjoys the game, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Last home game, Joanne Pellegrino and Danielle Lutz, 2 season ticket holders for the Rockets, made us a nice poster. Brought it down. It said, "We love the rookie Rockets." D. Brown around the corner on the pass off. Three-pointer, good.
Now, who shot that? Carter shot that?
Who do you think?
Let me see.
Vince Carter has just tied his career high, 28 points. Whistle inside. Let's go to Lisa. 30 points for Vince Carter, his most as a pro.
Oh, nice pass.
McGrady.
Nice pass. That was from Carter to McGrady.
Carter on the offense. Blocked by Pippen and a foul on Pippen. Carter gets both. Now rushes back on defense from the free throw line and steals the pass. They don't know who they're dealing with. Wallace from 16, he hits. What an exciting game it was. One of the most entertaining offensive games of the season.
David Robinson and Antonio Davis. And what a valuable addition number 33 has been for the Toronto Raptors. Dan Crawford throws it up. Robinson brings it back. And here is Avery Johnson.
Certainly the Raptors have to be thrilled that they do have Antonio Davis at its strength up front to battle San Antonio. And there's that good sign we talked about off the top. That mid-range jump shot. Vince Carter really adding to his game. Right, when Alvin Williams was starting, the team was 6-3. But his assist-to-turnover ratio wasn't that good. With D. Brown, he takes care of the ball. Nice pass there. That's a little too easy. You don't see that kind of a hoop against the Spurs very often.
Raptors now down by 2, 8-6 with 7.5 to go first quarter. Vince and Chucky Brown in the air, flailing at nothing, and then steps inside the three-point line and and ties the game.
That's a big-time move right there. Fake the jump shot, look at the basket, one dribble, get an easier look, and when you can make that shot, it becomes very, very difficult to defend with that kind of quickness.
A block for Carter. Nobody's picking up the basketball. Knocked out of bounds by Toronto.
Well, Jackson really came into his own last season. He's not afraid to shoot. He will come off the bench looking to make something happen when he comes in. Great pass.
Vince Carter on the feed from Doug Christie. Vince now has 8 points. 35-34. Toronto. 4:14 to go before halftime. Raptors sticking right with the champs. Vince got it again. Vince Carter now 12 points. 2 to go before the half. Fall away again from Vince. That is becoming his biggest weapon. You can talk all you want about the high-flying dunks. Thomas, Vince wants it, gets it. Carter dribbles out of it to the basket. Got it! Vince Carter. There's one for the highlight reel.
And a difficult move right at David Robinson, but the soft touch off the glass.
It's amazing what one player can do for a franchise. You think about Tim Duncan. After 2 years in the NBA, he leads his team to an NBA championship. This is Vince's second year. No one's saying they're going to win an NBA title, but this team potentially could get to the postseason because of Vince and the players surrounding him.
Exactly. Vince Carter really adding a different look for Toronto Raptors, and there's that jump shot again.
Robinson blocked by Antonio Davis. Ninth block by the Raptors. Vince Carter. Oh, you've got to be kidding.
And the crowd's on their feet with that one. Excellent help defense. Antonio Davis not only making a block rod, but keeping it in play to allow Vince Carter to get the crowd off their feet.
Well, he just went to the penthouse on the tower.
We're coming out of the gates after halftime. The first 5 minutes, the third quarter, are so important to dictate what's going to happen the rest of the game. And what you see from Toronto Raptors so far is real positive, and that's something that Butch Carter has to love. Doug Christie started the season off shooting so well.
Vince Carter elevates with the hook shot. That drops now 24 for Vince Carter. 62-55. Vince almost lost it. Shot clock coming down to 10. Doug Christie, 3-ball. Yes! Christie for 3.
Doug Christie, 2 for 2, shooting the jump shot in the second half, and that's a good sign when you have a sore ankle to get that lift, especially on the long-range shot.
Vince again! Oh, how can you stop the guy?
Big-time crossover, and he absolutely surprised David Robinson. Unbelievable elevation on that play.
Well, Vince was off his feet, and so is this crowd. Biggest of the season. The human highlight reel part 2 does it again.
Wow.
That's nasty.
It's unbelievable how high and how quickly he got there.
28 for Vince. 12-point Toronto lead. Tracy McGrady off to his cousin, Vince Carter. 3-pointer, got it!
The new uniform works.
He could probably score with a ski jacket on. McGrady off to Vince. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Long shot again. The dish from Tracy. The swish from Vince. Vince Carter again. Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Well, we saw him take over in the third, and now this is his time, the fourth quarter.
Again, Vince Carter. A career high 35. Duncan stolen by D. Brown. A couple of big steals by D. Brown in this second half. Back to Carter. He's taken a couple of long-range jumpers. That one's a runner, and he did it again.
Now you know when you're knocking in shots like that, a running one-hander with defense around you, you have incredible confidence. 37 points now for Vince Carter.
The first place Toronto Raptors have beaten the NBA champions.
Glenn Robinson, Scott Williams, Irvin Johnson, Ray Allen, and Sam Cassell for the Bucks. Vince Carter, Charles Oakley, Antonio Davis, Doug Christie, and Alvin Williams, a third-year player from Villanova, a former teammate of Tim Thomas in college, starts at the point. Glenn Robinson from the baseline. John, the first question George Karl faced this morning from a horde of Toronto media was about the Olympic bid. That is big news here. Right. Vince Carter had 3 games that were subpar for him after the announcement was made, and he hits his first shot tonight.
Well, that's part of his game that he's really worked on. That was the weakest part of his game, shooting the jumper, and you can see, no doubt there.
George Karl telling the media here that Vince Carter will be on an all-star team, and he'll be on an Olympic team. No doubt about that, just not this one. Carter 2 for 2, one outside, one inside.
And he had a mismatch, quick post-up.
McGrady did not play against the Bucks in December here. You may recall he was attending a funeral in Florida. That's Vince Carter outside, 3 for 3. Kick out Cassell. Ray Allen shot. He had McGrady on that side. Scott Williams had it stripped away, no foul. This is Carter, Irvin Johnson back. Little floater, and Vince Carter is 4 for 4. Vince Carter.
Ooh, man, is he smoking.
Toronto, a team with a load of talent. Some people here think they play selfish basketball. Vince Carter hitting just about everything so far tonight. He has a dozen in the first quarter with 4:43 remaining. McGrady curled the baseline. He's doubled there. Cross-court pass. Vince Carter open for a 3.
That's the first time he's hit the rim.
Vince Carter. Boy, is he feeling it tonight. He's 8 of 10, 17 points. He has a 3. Toronto feeling it as a team right now. 6/10 of a second remaining in the quarter. They go up by 8. J.I. Reid taking off the warm-ups. He'll come on for the Bucks shortly. Carter with a miss. Oakley with a miss. Carter with a make. J.I. Reid, pretty good move, and boy, he worked too hard not to have that one drop. Carter takes it in on Del Negro. Little stutter step, and he has 21 points, and we have 9:35 remaining in the second quarter. Carter.
Well, his game is normally going to the basket, playing in the paint. I think all but 4 of his points have been jumpers.
This is Carter. 27. Carter with the pure jump shot. You better find a way against him. 29 now. Vince Carter had the reputation, and still does, as a dunk master. Last year we saw it constantly. In game 1 against the Bucks, I think he had 1 dunk, and I remember a soft dunk early in this game, but nothing spectacular. He has changed his game, it would appear.
I guess tonight all he needs is the jumper. Well, you know he can still fly. It's just tonight the jumpers are there.
McGrady into Davis. Antonio Davis with Oakley rebounding. He flips it to McGrady. Shot clock has been reset. Christie 3. Carter.
There it is.
There's the flyer.
Now, right now, they're coming up with the loose balls and the missed shots and getting a reload.
Antonio Davis from Carter.
Excellent passing.
Carter for 3.
Wow. I think he's hit the rim once on a make. Now the misses he's gotten the rim, but on the makes, I think he hit the rim 1 time.
Vince Carter for 3, and that's how he sets a Toronto Raptor record, 41 points. Carter over Robinson. 43 points. Points off turnovers favoring the Raptors in a big way. Vince Carter and the putback. How about that one?
Gets his own shot back off the glass. Great play. Look at this. That was his shot, and he got it back.
Allen blocked. Christie. Muggsy Bogues. Nobody back. Carter windmills for 47. The Raptors knock off the Bucks, 115 to 110.
Vince Carter, Antonio Davis, and Charles Oakley will be along the front line, a rather smallish front line, tough front line, but small. Doug Christie and Tracy McGrady will be in the backcourt. It'll be Davis and Potapenko jumping it up, and the Raptors looking to make history tonight. Carter to the baskets, and he's got two.
Vince Carter. Well, that's not containing him.
Carter trying to back Pierce down. That's a tough fall away right there.
Vince Carter.
Well, outside, Carter tees up a three and buries it.
Well, Paul Pierce is involved in a team defense, and they're not even. He's not even concentrating on Vince Carter.
Carter made that look easy. 9 for Vince Carter here, 9 of the 22. Carter, little finger roll right over Chaney.
Well, that was 2 steps of defense and release to the basket.
Kenny right up the gut for 2.
Boy, that was a tough shot by Kenny. He had to go to the right side, and he was straight on to the basket and somehow spin it with his left hand.
Kenny's got double figures, and the Celtics are back to it in 1. Carter, 14 first half points. Here's Carter. That's not bad.
Well, maybe Overton was expecting a double.
I think he was. Doug Christie rattles home a 3. He's in double figures now with 12, 7 points. Toronto lead. They led by 6 at the half. Carter. Oof. 18 for Vince Carter, and Rick Pitino wants a 22nd timeout.
You should rebound better than that. You got to talk on every phase of the game.
Bugsy. Carter.
Vince Carter.
20 for Vince tonight. His streak stays alive. Pierce. And there's Bogues doing what he does best.
Yeah,
in for the strip.
You just never see him.
Carter. The pass for McGrady. Count it. And McGrady will get to the line. Christie. 2.
Now, that's the mismatch I spoke of. That is a bona fide place for them to go.
First 3 quarters of this game weren't all that great, but it's getting better. Vince Carter hits a 3.
Now, Pierce got hung up on the pick, single pick.
McGrady will make the pass. McGrady looking. Loops it in. Carter's going to get a shot off. He does. Got it! Vince Carter wins the game.
Well, there's a lot of startled Celtic players right now, but Superboy did it. There it is from another angle.
The stuff that legends are made of.
Yep. Big time shot. Puts it in their column.
Now for the Toronto Raptors, the way they will go this evening. The man that so many people have come to see tonight. Upper right-hand corner of your screen, Vince Carter. Then veterans Charles Oakley and Antonio Davis at center. The backcourt combination, the veteran Doug Christie at the point, and the young Tracy McGrady is the shooting guard.
And don't leave Doug Christie out of any of this conversation as the keys. Oh, beautiful.
Lob to Davis. Collected himself and almost let the defenses come and get him, but he gets his 2 points anyway, and a 20-second timeout taken. Carter. Christie for 3. Bingo. Doug Christie's 81st three-pointer of the year. It's 11-8. Toronto has the lead. Odom has the ball.
In that last game between the two teams, you mentioned Vince Carter, 19.7 rebounds in 35 minutes. But they won the game. The game that Maurice Taylor did not play in.
Long rebound. Tapped out to McGrady. Carter again. Hits the two-pointer. Vince Carter's first field goal
very aggressive offensive first half for Derek Anderson.
A little overly optimistic on that one.
He's slow coming up the floor here, but he's wide open down there. And a turnover by Oliver Candy. Never
Carter will tee it up. Spin to the hole and draw the foul. Free throws for Vince Carter.
They're having trouble up there with personnel decisions in Golden State.
Toronto's okay that way. Again, foul going to the basket is Vince Carter. But Carter 1 of 8 from the field, 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
A season all on the line tomorrow night in Tucson. What basketball players live for. The chance to win the championship in one game. Get the #1 seed. Those players all dreaming right now. Not just about psychology and history, sociology and economics, but about jumpers going down as Antonio Davis connects out of the timeout for Toronto.
Odom a wild pass off the hands of Davis, and the Raptors come up with the ball and force another Los Angeles turnover, their 13th.
But the Raptors have not been able to turn those into highlight film specials.
There's a special delivery from Christie, another three-pointer, back-to-back trays by the young man from Pepperdine. And Jim Todd's going to want a timeout, I think. Carter due to take off. 6 points for Vince Carter. 64-63, Clippers by 1. Taken away by Anderson. Slam dunk. 2 in a row for LA on top, 70-66.
One of the great periods in Clipper history here. The response after they gave up inexplicably that 12-point lead, and now they come roaring back to take complete control.
Carter. He has 8 points. 70-68, Clippers by 2. Carter at the other end. Draws the foul from Tyrone Nesby. 3 on Nez, joining Taylor and Olowokandi with 3. 3-point try by Carter. Bingo. Here he comes. Vince Carter buries his 58-3. 29% from three-point land a year ago. Doug Christie gets the ball to McGrady. Carter against Odom. That's a tough shot. Lamar at his hand right in his face. Carter with 14. 86-76. Clippers by 10. Oh, whoops. Bad pass by Odom, taken by Christie. They go out and close out in his attempt to shoot a 3.
Well, they wanted a lob again, the fans, for Vince Carter. But it's all Clippers in the basket area, making Toronto beat them from the outside, something that they have not been able to do tonight.
Odom with 7 on the shot clock. Has it knocked away and stolen by Oakley. The lob. The fans got what they wanted. Okay, have your cheers, enjoy it, get it out of your system. Clippers by 6 now, can go ahead and close them out with 3:18 to go.
ViNSANITY reigns supreme.
Fans still buzzing about Vince Carter.
Why not? They'll be seeing this for at least until the next game. The pass.
Pete Chilcutt will come in. Taylor will come out.
The pass. How does he do this? I'm sorry.
The fans are loving it. The Clipper players, of course, are not. Oh, me, oh, my. Clippers led 86-72, and then Vince Carter took flight.
Everything going right for Toronto as this errant pass. You can't practice things like that. I was confused for a moment. I thought this was the Daredevil stuntmen coming off their trampoline, and then I realized it was live action and Vince Carter playing so high above the rim.
Well, he has a built-in trampoline, it seems, and he saved the best for last. There's no question about that. Clippers need a defensive stop right now. Less than a minute and a half remaining. Carter against Odom. Stopped by Taylor. Oakley, a long jumper for the top. Charles Oakley hits the jump shot. Tied at 90. Olowokandi from Odom. Oh, that's a big play. Credit Odom for finding the big man. 92-90 the Clippers.
The biggest hoop in Olowokandi's career.
We're in the final minute of play. Fasten your seatbelts. We're going down to the wire. Tie game. Carter has 20. 92-92. Inbounded to Odom. Makes the catch with 4 seconds. With 2. He's fouled. The foul is on. Carter. Odom can win it at the line. You got to hit the iron.
Yeah, but it's throwing up high.
He makes it. A So the Clippers lead by 2. Toronto will bring it to midcourt with a second and a half to go. It's not over yet. McGrady will inbound. He's the only guy who's not really a long shooting threat. They can win it with a 3. They can tie it with a 2. A second and a half to go. Seatbelts are mandatory. Clippers lead 94-92. Carter wide open for the win. He is invincible.
An incredible performance by Vince Carter. The Clippers defense broke down. There was no pressure on the ball. He could have had 2. Vince Carter for the look. Net, game, everything Vince Carter.
So for Bill Walton, I'm Ralph Lawler saying so long from Staples Center. The final score, the Raptors beat the Clippers 95-94.
And the Raptors win the tip, and Doug Christie will start the action. Walt Williams drops it down to Olajuwon. He's working on John Thomas inside, spun him one way, got him back the other, and Oakley with the missed shot gets the rebound. Vince Carter will bring it up. Carter will stop, hits a 3. Vince Carter, well, he was the winner, of course, of the NBA Slam Dunk Contest, and that's what everybody was talking about. But, boy, you talk about improving his overall game. Vince Carter from the outside, and he fills it up. And gets stepped, laid it up, blocked by McGrady. He's the leading shot blocker on this Toronto team with almost 2 a game. Carter from the outside for another 3. Vince Carter.
I tell you what, if I was the Raptors, I'd try to find a way to keep these young nucleus together.
Carter now will shoot it again, fill it up from the outside. Vince Carter. Nothing spectacular early, but he's got 10 points. Taking it down to Carter again. Mobley's on him. Double team coming over, not there fast enough. And Vince Carter hits again. He has 12 points, and the game is tied at 24. Mobley going one-on-one over Carter, and he hits. 36 seconds left in the quarter. Some kind of basketball here today.
Vince Carter told him, "You're not going to go around me."
Carter again from the outside. Vince Carter with 14 points. McGrady takes it down to Carter. Carter to the middle. Drops it off to Muggsy. Back to Carter. Vince Carter got behind the... I was going to say it was behind the glass, pinned on the baseline. He threw it up with the right hand the other way. Again, the Raptors can't put Houston away. Only a 4-point game. Rockets on a 13-5 run.
Did I say it long enough or quick enough? Steve needs help. Aren't they listening?
Oh, Willis. Set a pick, went to the basket. The old pick and roll. 70, all tied at 70. 1 minute left to play in the third quarter. Carter from the outside, and he hits again. Vince Carter, 24 points. 4-point Houston lead. Kevin Willis going to shoot it up. Got it. Kevin Willis having a big game here. That's 15 points.
There's another post up. Now everybody's got to go quickly and help.
Carter turns, fires, hits. Vince Carter with 28 points. Vince Carter with an acrobatic move, 32 points, and the Raptors regain the lead.
I mean, how do you guard that one, Bill? You tell me.
You don't.
I don't know. You can't play defense any better than that. You had 3 guys hanging on him.
1:40 left to play. Mobley wants the ball. Carter won't let him have it. Steve taking it inside, picked up his dribble. Olajuwon has it inside the free throw line. Yes! The Dream with a big, big basket. He'll go to Carter, of course. Now down to Christie. Double team coming on Christie. Antonio Davis from way downtown missed it. Willis with an offensive rebound, missed it. And McGrady tips it up and in. I can't tell you how many offensive rebounds that is for Toronto. There's Mobley dropping it off to Akeem. Akeem
with another 15-footer. How many big shots throughout his career has he come up with Houston? Rockets up by 1, 40 seconds left to play in the game. They're looking for Carter on the baseline. Right now, Shannon Anderson chasing him for all he's worth. Carter for a three. It hangs on the rim, and it goes in! I don't believe it! I don't believe it! That thing hit the rim about 8 times before it went down.
Now watch this, folks. All right, 40 seconds. He fades away on it, and that ball has no reason to go in except for a shooter's bounce.
8 times. I was just guessing at 8. I didn't think there was any way a ball could hit the rim 8 times and go in, and I think Rudy's counting every one of them. Oh, yes. Rockets can tie with it, too.
There's the play we talked about. Tino Mobley being in isolation.
Taking it in on Carter. Lays it up over Carter for 2. Mobley takes Carter to the basket.
Was he out of foul?
We're tied at 98. Now Walt will guard the inbounds pass. They're going to Carter. 10 seconds.
All right, he's going to...
He'll wait.
Yeah, he's going to wait. Watch the penetration. He's going to the basket. Score!
Vince Carter on a slam. Nobody picked him up. Vince Carter with 1.6 gives Toronto a 2-point lead.
Now watch this. Okay, nobody's watching. By the time Jim comes over, it's too late. He's already up and gone. Somebody take that cape off that man's back. Woo!
That's Air Canada there, folks. And you get some mileage, frequent flyer mileage off that. Giving it up, Walt Williams has to throw it up, and it's short. And the Toronto Raptors win it with Vince Carter heroics down the stretch.
Some things had to get settled with the Toronto Raptors. Now, they have won 2 in a row, but it's been against Atlanta and Chicago. So we'll see as Vince Carter and his guys get set to go against the Cavaliers here in downtown Toronto.
One of the things Toronto gets with Muggsy Bogues in the starting lineup, rather than Doug Christie, who's out with injury, they get into their offense a lot quicker, a little better ball movement as he spreads the ball around. Of course, he looks like he's looking for a shot so far in this one and finding the bottom on a couple of them. But you can see Toronto, and I've seen quite a bit of them lately, Michael, their defense was very poor during that losing stretch. They are playing much better defense in terms of being more aggressive.
Antonio Davis just worked the reverse. Lamont Murray missed badly on that 3-point attempt. Maybe a week ago, Butch Carter knows his veterans are not happy, Davis and Oakley, about not being involved in the offense. And when you're a head coach, as Vince Carter comes up firing and knocking down the jumpers. Vince Carter will launch the triple that goes. Carter wanted to dump down. Lamont Murray got a piece. Oh, Vince Carter with the high wire circus on that throwdown off the Davis miss.
Well, that's where he can do some damage.
Wes Person with a face-up jumper that rattled as the shot clock was expiring. Carter will go down deep to his cousin Tracy McGrady, who fills up that jump hook. So Brevin, who averages 9.5 points and 7 assists on the year, and that's Vince Carter at his electrifying best as he just turned the corner and crushed it.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Well, that's a beautiful look to Tracy McGrady, who sent it down hard. Whoa. Now, you just don't see it every day, even in this league. Vince Carter, absolutely sensational, high above the rack. This is D. Brown, another veteran on this club. Skip pass from Carter to McGrady. Well, McGrady will just hang there and bounce his way to the hole. Shaw Kemp being fronted by Tracy McGrady. Kemp trying to save into the hands of Willis. Run out for Vince Carter. D. Brown to triple. Got it.
I was thinking to myself, now Vince Carter is able to catch the ball there and then tomahawk it through, then I will have seen everything.
Down to 1:20 left in this first half. Well, Vince Carter picked up that loose change and threw it down from in tight.
Nothing will be expected from them there if they're playing a 1-2-3 type C team.
Vince Carter. It did not go down, but he is going to get to the free throw line as Cedric Henderson will get
hit with his second personal foul. In Orlando, with expansion teams, not very good teams, Carter's got it going from the outside. I'm a little surprised. I don't know if it's the so-called hitting the wall. Now, those kind of plays you can't give up. Sean Kemp found a slashing Andre Miller, but he could not find the rim. Muggsy Bogues will go upstairs. Electrifying send-in from Vince Carter. Andre Miller got to the dotted line. Rejected by McGrady. Carter will find Bogues on the solo to the hole. Oh, Tracy McGrady dominant at the defensive end as well. Not getting the ball that much, but when he gets it, he's looking to score. Vince Carter stroking it over the top of Lamont. The Raptors have been on the perimeter the last couple of minutes, taking those jump shots. And when they're not going down, good things can happen for the opposition, the Cavaliers in this case. Muggsy Bogues, face-up jumper that's right there. Bob Sura looking to take McGrady. Tried to muscle it up. Wouldn't go down. Now McGrady will start the run out for Toronto. Mismatch now. Carter's going to lift and rattle it home. Shot clock at 6. Vince Carter's got a quick trigger and fill it. Andrew DeClerc went back rim with it. Vince Carter up a little bit higher than Cedric Henderson. Vince Carter going to wheel by Ced Henderson. Andrew DeClerc showed up to try to negate Carter's explosiveness. Henderson on the entry pass to Sean Kemp. Shot clock at 6. Sean will trigger and never got it to the rim. Antonio Davis just waltzed right to the hole to send it down. Brevin Knight found Bob Sura to the reverse. I think Davis got a piece. He did. Carter wants it fighting Cedric Henderson. D. Brown to trigger the triple. Rattled. Carter on the offensive glass with a putback that goes. Now there's the 11 rebounds now. He's only an assist away from the triple-double. Vince Carter to the hoop. Vince Carter, a sensational evening. The lead is 7. Del Curry's got a catch and gun and ring it up. Toronto's lead is 9. Vince Carter, he has been a key factor all night long, obviously, for Toronto. Well, his teammates and his coaches have asked him to do a little bit more. I don't know how much more he can do. You know he's always going to be able to score. He's strong around the board so he can rebound, but how about the 10 assists? That is finding your teammates. So the Raptors will end their 4-game losing streak here at home and have now won 3 in a row.
No changes for the Bucks tonight. Up front, Glenn Robinson, Joel Przybilla, and Mark Pope. The backcourt, Sam Cassell and Ray Allen. For the Toronto Raptors, it's Corliss Williamson, Antonio Davis, and Charles Oakley. Vince Carter in the backcourt with Mark Jackson coming over from the Indiana Pacers.
Toronto getting off to the start they want. The Bucks, in many of their games this year, they've been digging out of holes early. That's not what they want here.
Przybilla smothers Carter. He gets it back and hits the long deuce.
You know, when he came into this game, the one question about his game was he's got to develop the outside. He did that in one season.
Take away Toronto. Corliss Williamson picked up by Pope, and now Robinson as they go inside to Carter, who knifes and draws the foul.
Now, this team, the Raptors, will advance the ball quickly and try to get a post-up look. That's exactly what they got.
Ray Allen, 23 last night. He didn't shoot particularly well, but he got to the line as Carter does right here. Possible three-point play for Vince Carter. Carter. Tough shot.
That's the point, though. Like Jordan, he makes shots that you don't think he should make when he has contact. Double team, not much of an opening, off balance. He's made a few tonight already.
Alvin Williams into the middle. He stays with it. Willis.
That's fractional, Jim. Bucks with good hands. They're going the other way. They're going to have a basket, but Toronto's with good hands back at them.
You can see the Bucks continue to try and double Carter. They triple him this time and commit the foul. Cassell into the paint.
Overlaid it.
Wow. Alvin Williams stopped defending him, and he was wide open. Carter, hard to the hole. 13 for Vince Carter. You can beat the feet of Oakley, but it's tough to beat Vince Carter's quickness. They go to the young man, Carter, for 3. The 2 old guys, Oakley and Willis, long in the tooth, find the youngster. Carter now picked up by Thomas.
for a moment.
The problem is you have to give way so you don't foul him on the turn. Once he turns the corner, look out.
Antonio Davis, you have to count it. Chris Billa on the foul and the seat of his pants. Carter. You could see that about 30 feet away from the basket. Thomas on the miss. Carter with the rebound. They go right back to him for three. Robinson over Carter. Well, I'll tell you what, Carter was right in his grill. They rubbed on the way up, and Robinson made it look easy.
Wasn't it? So's that.
As we get a jump shot, and it's a three. Vince Carter continuing to line up the Air Canada Center. He has 34 points. The fourth quarter shootout is brought to you by Miller Lite. Want a great taste that's less filling? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
See, when people run out of Carter and stay down, with the way he's shooting his jumper, he just gets the jumper off time after time, and he's nailing it. Now here you have to be careful. Carter giving it up, stepping back in, getting the ball back.
On a handback from Oakley. Floater, good. 39 points, season high, Vince Carter.
Vince Carter, isolation, individual effort, pull-up dribble, and he takes off.
He had 37 in his last game against Portland, a 6-point loss, and he has bettered that tonight.
Clear out.
For guess who? Half man, half amazing, Vince Carter. Jackson right to the basket. Carter converts.
Now's when the defense has to make it happen.
Carter with the wraparound for 48. He has scored the last 6.
Oh my, what a beauty. I don't know if you can defend this, Jim. This is a Michael Jordan move again, but it's all Vince Carter on the finish, and the fans are really in this one.
49 free throws attempted by Toronto. One more free throw attempt and points by Vince Carter. And the Toronto Raptors are 5-4 with the victory. Milwaukee 3-6 with a few days off before Portland comes to the Bradley Center on Wednesday.
All time, the Raptors are 2-6 against the Los Angeles Lakers. As you look at the officiating crew here today, and it's the Lakers to control the opening tap. Carter, quick jumper at the other end, and it's there for a three.
Well, Vince Carter felt the last one should have went down. You can see a little bit more legs in this shot, a little bit more aggressive on the release.
Oakley steps in, misses the jumper. Kept alive, though, and Williamson runs it down. Nice look inside. Antonio Davis from Vince Carter.
That's just great basketball right there.
Carter looking for the lob.
Excellent play by Charles Oakley. Dan, he read that play. He saw Vince Carter get behind the defense.
And if you want to hear the scary part, Vince Carter's only 23. Kobe Bryant's only 22. Carter answers over Bryant. As a rookie, he shot 59%. Career 53% coming into this season. 39% this year. Tough fadeaway for Carter over Kobe.
Really a bad situation for Lenny Wilkins and Isaiah Ryder in Atlanta. Lenny, probably the one blemish in his entire coaching record. This is the winningest coach in the history of the game. Was his last year with the Atlanta Hawks.
How about the range for Carter? A good 3 feet behind the line. See how Carter moves at this end of the floor after apparently favoring his foot down at the other end. Puts up the three. So far, so good.
Interesting listen to Kobe Bryant talk about Isaiah Ryder and that triangle offense. He said he really hasn't tried to help him out. He said, hey, I had to figure out. Let him figure it out. I don't know if Phil Jackson wants to hear that from his players publicly anyway.
Vince Carter answers with a three. Again, space given by Shaq. Offensive rebound for Carter.
And again, not settle for jump shots.
Carter with a tough jumper from the baseline. Look at this tough shot with the shot clock running down. Carter keeps it alive, and here come the Raptors trailing by 13. Make it 10. put on the line for Curry, so it's just a 2. 89-78 Los Angeles. Bryant, that's one they didn't really need.
No, and that's one of the few shots he's taken this game that just ill-timed jump shots.
Nice look. Carter inside to Davis. Vince Carter, the distributor here in the second half. 9-point lead for the Lakers as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Vince Carter from beyond the arc.
Well, Vince Carter knows he can make that shot.
Carter trying to struggle just to get open. Got Bryant on it. Got a screen from Davis. Working on Shaq. And he'll draw the foul. He hit a couple of big ones late in the 2-point win over the Knicks. He needs one more here to tie it. But remember, the Lakers still have 4.6 seconds left. First tie since the first quarter. O'Neal off to Bryant. Gets it off, and it's blocked by Carter to force overtime. Psychologically, you'd have to give the Raptors an advantage. The Lakers may have thought this one was done. Charles Oakley with a jump shot, and the Raptors have their first lead since it was 13-12. Oh, what a screen by O'Neal on Carter. Shaw with a wild shot.
Wouldn't have been a bad idea to drop it back to Shaquille O'Neal who set the screen.
Carter to a wide open Alvin Williams.
Dan, that's Alvin's game. Just 2 of 9 in the game, but he will shoot. He's made big shots to send games into overtime. He stepped up big late all season long. And here you see Vince Carter, the confidence in Alvin Williams to make that shot because he knows, regardless of how Alvin shot, his mindset changes in late in games.
Bryant gets the roll. Kobe Bryant now with 38.
Aggressive move. Very important to get something quickly here, and then the Raptors are going to be in a situation to go for the quick steal and foul, get the ball back.
Willis with a quick look, and it's a 2-point game. Now, you'd be amazed as they foul Kobe right away. Kobe hasn't missed today, 10 for 10, and he's closing in on 90% on the season. 4-point lead. Need a quick 2 and a quick foul and hope for a miss or 2 at the line. Carter had it blocked by Bryant. It bounces out to Oakley. Can't get a shot off against Kobe. Now he can. It's a 2. It's a 2 for Oakley. 5 seconds left. 1 of 2. 3-point game. Here comes Carter. Got to put it up. Oh, it was dead on line, but just a little bit too strong for Vince Carter as the Lakers escape with a thrilling 104-101 overtime win over the Raptors here in Toronto today.
Hugh Evans, Bernie Fryer, and Ronnie Nunn are the officials. Antonio Davis misses the first shot of the game, and it's tipped up and in by Vince Carter. Carter defending against McKee, and it's Alvin Williams on Iverson, who misses the 3. Allen Iverson, who is incredible with 8 for 14 shooting from three-point range and 50% in the series. Davis open in the corner hitting, and that's what the Raptors didn't do last Wednesday. And the Raptors by 3, and Vince Carter. Remember, Vince Carter in Game 3 had 9 3-pointers to set an NBA playoff record. Here is Peterson for 3, and he's got it. So the rookie from Michigan State giving the Raptors the same kind of effort that Jones did in Game 3. Carter leaving it for Alvin Williams, who's hits from the corner. A 2-point field goal, and Lenny Wilkins saying, the one thing I wish is for Alvin Williams to be relaxed. He's been tighter than a drum in the last several games. Every time Charles Oakley says something, the team comes back and responds. Here is Vince Carter with a 2-point basket. 7 for Carter. Carter off the screen, hitting again. He's in rhythm from that side. His series high is 8 points, is Hill, and he's matched that. He achieved that twice in the series. Davis leaving it for Jerome Williams to double team on him. Davis knocked away, picking up the loose ball, and Carter off the glass with 11 points, 6 here in the second.
Hey, with 11 minutes to go in the game, your job is to go in the game when the coach starts to you.
Carter coming back with a 3.
Watch out here.
Pass, and McKee tried to foul Carter and could not.
Yeah, I'm glad that was a no call.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the half.
Oh, yes.
Carter with a 2 has 18 points. Well, it's a 13-point game now. Carter on a runner hits. So Carter, who was 6 of 8 in the second quarter, continues the hot hand now with 20 points.
Well, Dick, Larry Brown used the word frantic when describing his offense in the first half. He said, with just poor execution. Yes, they were coming with the double team, but we were just totally unorganized. And at the defensive end, we were letting them catch the ball. So it all comes down, Dick, to better execution at both ends of the floor if they're going to get back in it.
Well, D, they better do a better job because Carter was able to catch the ball and fire and hit the three. So the timeout called by Lenny Wilkins, spinning is Carter against Mutombo, the big giant. He scores anyway.
That's Carter at his best.
76ers looking to tie the game. A three would give them the lead, and McKee cannot convert. Philadelphia, which has never led tonight, misses a chance to take the lead, but they're down by 2, and their energy still is full force. Morris Peterson comes back and hits a three. Where has he been? Childs with Davis, Peterson, Jerome Williams, and Vince Carter. And Carter hitting a 2. Carter now with 29, and now they say it is a 3-point basket. 7 on the shot clock. Williams falls down, and they're trying to tie him up, but Carter gets it away. Davis will fire and hit. Big. So Antonio Davis trying to thwart the 76ers bid here in the fourth. Here is Carter with the drive. Nifty move by Vince Carter, who has 30 points on 13 for 25 shooting. Peterson looking for Carter, posting up against McKee. How quick was that?
Wow, that's there. We know that.
And the Raptors have certainly settled, and the fans back into this game. Here is Carter. That's a 2-point basket. 34 in the game for what is the all-time record crowd in Toronto for NBA basketball. Closing in on 4 minutes remaining as the Raptors can sense sending this series to a game 7. Carter hits the three. 37 points. And 4 for 8 on threes for Vince Carter. Carter changed hands and banked it in. As the Raptors, who are resilient amidst all the squawking and all the criticism of their coaches, players talking maybe too much, it doesn't matter. They're resilient enough to come back and play hard and win.
Sixers host the Toronto Raptors, the city getting the blanket of snow overnight. The city of brotherly love, ready to host the Toronto Raptors. Their starting lineup: Morris Peterson, the rookie, starts for the 9th time. 37-year-old Oakley, and in the middle, Antonio Davis having an outstanding season. In the backcourt, Vince Carter and the veteran Mark Jackson, his first year as a Raptor, among the league leaders in assists. Iverson off the screen, got an open look. He's hit his first three.
This is the way he was in Cleveland when he got to 54. Now watch out. He was making everything, and it looks like he's off to a great start. And all of those are 15-footer. Carter answered.
So Vince Carter hits his first basket. And the Raptors back within 2. Carter, he's 2 for 4 now, and just as you said, they have to get him the ball, get him the shots, and he delivers to pull him within 7.
Aaron McKee's confidence at his highest point as a pro. He knows that Larry Brown really appreciates everything he does. Carter.
Yeah, well, right back at you, Vince Carter. And Carter now with 7. Carter, double team. Kukoc comes to double. Leaves Williams open. His shot, good. That time Carter found the open man, and Williams connected with his first basket.
Carter down in the post. You know they're going to run some people at him. He's able to squeeze that one off. The crowd wanted traveling here.
Somehow Vince Carter willed that one through. He has 11.
Short.
And then Ratliff from outside. I don't think that's the shot they wanted. Peterson, lob, and a jam by Carter.
You know, the best thing about it is when you have people that can play above the rim. Watch Carter, he just put his hand up. That's a signal. You throw it up here, I'll go and get it. And he put the cap on it. That's enough for Larry Brown.
Well, Vince Carter was overlooked in hindsight in the 98 draft. 5th player taken, Golden State. George Lynch played at the time for Vancouver. They took Mike Bibby at number 2, and Lynch said he tried to tell him that there's this guy down in Carolina that I played with in the summertime, and he's a guy you ought to take. They didn't listen to George.
Yeah, they sent him away.
So trying to ease their embarrassment, they sent him out of town. Huh?
Yeah, they sent him away, and Vince Carter went to Toronto. Jackson for 3.
Jackson for 3, and 13 in a row scored now by the Toronto Raptors. Blocked by Clark. Here's Carter to Clark for the jam from Vince Carter. Philadelphia by 3. Carter, that's a long-range 2. Vince Carter partially answers Iverson's bucket. Carter was 17. Drive baseline. Iverson with the reverse. Allen Iverson, 26. Carter for 3. Splash. Vince Carter, he has 20 in the hands of Jackson, guarded by Iverson. Here's Jackson trying to use his height advantage to back down and then whips it over to Peterson. Nice drive, couldn't finish. But the offensive board by Oakley. Carter. Beautiful shot, Vince Carter. Again, creating space with the dribble, popping it in for 22. Carter missed 7 in a row at one time. Now he's hit 5 straight.
Woke up.
Yeah.
Oh, almost a steal.
Almost. He just, by a fraction, mistimed it. Now he nearly caused another miss. Carter's follow off the offensive board. His first basket in a while. And for the game, Vince has 27. Carter threw it right into the hands of Ollie to Iverson. No good. Oakley the rebound. The outlet the other way. Carter spotted for 3.
Iverson thought he was going to get a foul, just laid it up, got nothing. Larry Brown looks on.
Here's Carter. Takes it back from Oakley. Final 2 minutes of the game. Carter penetrates to Clark, and Clark sinks it from the penetration of Vince Carter. And Clark with 20 points. Shot clock at 5. Carter tapped, no good. Tapped by Clark. Carter. All right, that's Carter.
Got it.
Carter and Clark were both up there. Carter nudged it through. He has 32 points. Mark Jackson says clear it out for Carter. Carter against McKee. Pulls up. Shot good.
Oh, that's worth a timeout.
34 for Vince Carter. None prettier than that last one. 13-0 run by Toronto.
It has been a game of streaks, and Carter bulled his way in, missed it. It goes up once, twice, and then the last time it's Carter with the tip, and then this bucket to give him a 3-point lead.
With only 2 seconds on the shot clock and a little look of disdain for the fans. Every time you give them up for dead, the Raptors come right back.
The ball in the hands of Allen Iverson, and the Sixers in a 2-for-1 situation right now. They got to go quick. You know, some confusion about who wants to shoot. McKee passes it up.
McKee's first bucket of the second half is a 3-pointer to tie it at 96. Here's the clear out coming for Carter. 5 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Jackson lost one, no good. Rebounded by Jackson. Toronto with 1 second. Shot no good. Overtime.
You know, it's interesting in the ball game that both of these guys have taken just about the same number of shots. 33 for Carter, 34 for Allen Iverson, near steal.
Carter for 3, top shot. Players running at him from every angle, and Carter knocks down the 3. 37 in the game, and Toronto with a 3-point advantage.
They double Carter. They're trying to get the ball out of his hands. And again, if you're going to go from the wing, you should be going to the baseline. Let's see what direction they come.
Nice pass, Williams, falling away, hits it. The assist to Vince Carter. Raptors by 4.
Now Iverson trying to find a seam, tosses up a 3.
Off the mark, and Jackson to Carter. 2-on-1. Carter fouled and got it anyway. Oh my goodness. Ollie fouled him. It looked like there was no chance that one could go in, and somehow Carter willed it through.
And Carter was going to throw this down with a lot of authority anyway. You could tell he was coming hard, and Ollie got him right underneath the armpit to knock him off balance. but it is Vince Carter's day.
Well, we've been saying, and Lenny Wilkins has been saying, and Vince Carter's been saying that the Raptors are playing their best basketball, starting to come together, and what a win on the floor of the 76ers, who have the best record in the league. 49 points Iverson, 39 Carter. Iverson just got 3 more. But it's too little too late as the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 20 points late in the second quarter, come back to take the lead. Then they see Philadelphia push it back out, and they come back to win an overtime game in Philadelphia.
And the Warriors will try to break that streak with Vince Carter and Antoine Jamison since they've been in the league. The Warriors are 0-6 against Toronto. And Jamison said, I'm not sure I'm even going to go out with my friends. You look at the officials tonight. He said, I might go have dinner, but I'll be in early because I want to win the game.
Even at a bucket, minute in. Vince Carter, as well as he drives and finishes, his improvement of the outside shot has made him almost unguardable. Warriors down 3, 5.5 left in the first. They're on the other end, can't finish. And Toronto running it right back. Alvin Williams dribbled through the entire Warrior roster, and Vince Carter was there to finish the tip.
Peterson and Carter have no conscience, do they? As far as shot release.
Olajuwon, shot clock at 5. Got to put one up at 3. Vince Carter spiking it with a right hand.
Richardson went for the steal, came up empty-handed. Carter knew it was a wide-open highway to the lane.
Peterson, nice feed from Vince Carter. Warriors fall asleep defensively, and we're even at 23. Keon Clark, the springy left-hander, missing there, but getting his own rebound. Hughes knocking it away, but the Warriors unable to steal.
Keon Clark's career high came as a Denver Nugget against the Warriors.
Vince Carter drops in the 3. It's Vince Carter, Keon Clark, Antonio Davis, Morris Peterson, and Chris Childs. Beating the shot clock. Mills 3, banks in. Great awareness from the captain there.
But can you believe this guy? He's leading the NBA in field goal percentage at 72%. He's leading or second in three-point field goal percentage. Now he's 5 of 6, 83% there. It's ridiculous, and it banks it. He didn't need to bank it.
Carter and Antonio Davis working very well together. 100 seconds left in the first half. Vince Carter working on Mills. Fading deep deuce. Wow.
Well, he keeps that dribble, the live dribble. When I say live dribble means you haven't used it yet. And that keeps your defender at bay. Just enough space to pull up and shoot.
Carter's got 14 to lead all scorers. Hughes inside. Fortson deflecting it. Jamison unable to finish. And Toronto off to the races. Carter spotting Murray. Murray's leaner, and here comes that Raptor run. Warriors had this tied at 45. It's been a 7-1 run by Toronto, closing the half here. That's Carter 3 right through. Wow, he really improved that perimeter shot. Toronto back up 1. Hughes in on Olajuwon, and Hakeem, very good defense, made that shot difficult. It's Carter. Rises again for 3. Whoa. It's Carter. 2 threes here in the third. Vince Carter has killed the Warriors here in the third.
That's the outside shooting, 46% last year. As I said, he got off to a bad start so far this year. But tonight, you'd never know it. Another turnover. And that's why they just overlooked that. Here's an easy one.
Nice steal by Carter, and Williams running. The Raptors, these are the runs that this kind of quality team can put on you, and the Warriors need to kind of weather the storm here. Jameson has his pocket picked. Alvin Williams in a 3-on-2. Vince Carter, look out. Oh, he drew the body and flipped it in.
Well, you'll see that he kept both hands on the ball. He did not try to dunk over Antoine. Just a strong move. Antoine couldn't avoid the contact. He tried to challenge. Tried to go up straight, but you see both hands on the ball enabled Vince Carter to do the double clutch and put it in from the hip.
Beating Olajuwon inside, double with 8 to shoot on the baseline. Peterson kicking it out, and Vince Carter rails another 3, his 4th of the quarter, and Carter with 31.
Why didn't Davis give it to Childs?
Olajuwon missing. Carter keeping it alive. That ball never hit on. A 3 anyway.
That's what I said about getting on a roll. So he's an adrenaline player too, as well as being one of the most prolific scorers in the league.
Shot clock at 8, repost to Jackson. At 5. Mark's got to go at 3 inside, hit the side of the backboard.
Got to pass out of that double team.
It's Carter flying and finishing. Tracy Murray down low. And they push it to 18. And that'll do it. This is a 2-point game at the half. It was a 1-point game at around the 8-minute mark in the third. But a 20-point third quarter by Vince Carter. And 10 made threes, 23 blocked shots by Toronto. And the Raptors roll in the second half.
Inside Air Canada Center, not only do we welcome the people in the Rocky Mountain region, tonight we welcome people from across Canada joining us this evening. The Nuggets getting set for the Raptors. The Nuggets come in 7 up and 11 down, 2-6 on the road this year under the Horst Dan Issel and Lenny Wilkins team is 11-8, 5-3 here on their home floor. Posey tough fadeaway, and that too an air ball.
Keon with the rebound. Chanel Scott got away with a push-off, but Keon comes up with it anyway.
Carter, the post up, the fade. That is impossible to stop. 2-0 Toronto. Horace Peterson, pull up 3. And Keon with the long arms pries it away from Rafe LaFrentz. Here comes Carter, and he'll go to the line. Carter. And Vince Carter splashes one through. He's got 5. Tracy Murray, he always comes out firing. Tap that by Carter. He gets it back, and he flips it in. That's a 6'6" man pulling down rebounds with the trees. Good movement by Toronto. And another three-pointer. This one from Vince Carter. Actually, I should say his first three-pointer. Hit a long jumper. It was from 2-point range a couple of minutes ago.
Carter did a nice job on the defensive glass. What a pass from Carter. That's one part of his game that has improved this season. He's looking to get his teammates more involved, over 5 assists a game.
Nuggets have stopped taking it to the basket, and they're an average at best perimeter team.
And they're getting pretty good looks, but like the rest of this road trip, and there's some explosion from Carter.
What were you saying earlier?
That looked pretty good.
Here comes Nick. He's got to beat a double team. Needs help. There's a steal. Carter's going to get it dunked. Before the horn sounded. So a disastrous finish to the first half by the Nuggets, and they find themselves down by 12. Denver has almost completely wiped out that 12-point deficit, but Clark has another dunk. Williams, this time a 3-ball, and Leonard boxes out, but the loose ball comes to Toronto. That hurts. Vince Carter hits the 3. Timeout Denver coming. Step away 3. Good job by Vince Carter finding Alvin Williams, his backcourt mate.
Bad pass by him. Way off target.
Here's Carter. Here's Carter again, the quick flush.
And you're exactly right, it was quick.
Great cut, and it was rejected by Vince Carter. Avery Johnson laid it up with the right hand. Alvin Williams, no go. The junkyard dog is there.
Well, that's why Toronto likes to push it, to create opportunities like that.
Carter hangs forever and then throws it down.
That's 2 great plays right there. Rafe made a great defensive play, went straight up, made the shot tough. But Carter just quicker back up off the floor.
5 to shoot it. Carter from 20. Oh, Vince Carter has got ice as well. 1-point Raptor lead.
With the answer.
There it is into Nick, and the foul comes. Those were huge. And look who's in for the first time tonight. One of the great 3-point shooters in the history of this game, Del Curry. But he hasn't shot a jumper in about an hour. Goes into Carter. Did he get fouled for 3? Oh my goodness. If he makes it, they'll have 3 seconds. Now still working on VC.
Make sure you block out.
That's another key. If he misses it,
Posey needs to get the shooter, and I don't think anybody's going to block Vince out. Wow. Nick got fouled, no call. We'll go overtime. 5 fouls on Posey. He's one-on-one with Carter. Step away jumper's good. Well, you get the feeling these two love this situation. I'm talking about Van Exel and Carter. Good find. Williams ties it. Yeah, good find. Rafe a little late reacting. One of the few times tonight he has been, but just couldn't quite get over there and knock that shot away. Here's Carter. He gets a step, and Rafe went to block it. Carter still laid it in. Denver down 1. Well, they can get the final look if they want it. That looked like a lot of contact there as well, and they let that go. Carter finishes anyway. Like a chance to get a rebound. Bowen goes up, and Ryan Bowen, of all people, hits it. Did I say the defensive end? Now look for this one to go to the basket. They get it to Carter. He loses it momentarily. Carter hits a 3. 1.4 seconds left. Unbelievable. Tell you what, he lost control of that. Regained the dribble. Went up with it so quickly. And still, once he got in the air, Drew looked completely in control. What a shot. You know, if the Nuggets lose, you saw an unbelievable performance by 2 of the great players in this league, Vince Carter and Nick Van Exel. Into Rafe. Oh, he had it, and it didn't drop. The Raptors survive 98-96. Denver ran a great play.
Here tonight's starting lineups presented by Southwest Airlines. Davis Thomas, Peterson Williams, Elijah Cato, Carter Mobley, Williams, and Francis. Blaine Reichelt was supposed to officiate tonight's game, but he got food poisoning.
Well, that'll make you sick. That'll put you on your derriere for a couple of seconds.
Blaine's got to quit eating 4 or 5 times a day. There's Vince Carter.
Now you know you're wrong. Now you know he's sitting up there in the hotel, sick as he wants to be, and you making fun of him.
There's Mobley with a tough jumper short, and Carter with a rebound. Carter has been slowed. You'll see that left knee taped, and also he's had that quadriceps problem. He hasn't been able to jump, and Carter without jumping, well, looked pretty good to me there. Well, Kelvin Cato looked to me like he turned the corner. He did not score in Phoenix and did not score in LA. So he was 0 for the road trip. Alvin Williams, nice cut off by Cato, and Vince Carter hits a 3.
Now, they allowed Alvin Williams to go 94 feet without anybody stepping in front of him and making him go laterally, and he was able to create going to the basket.
You give up 46%. That's a lot of points, Norman.
And see, that's not counting free throws.
Boy, Carter's ready tonight, isn't he?
Do I recognize a zone when I see one?
Clark sets a pick, but that's not much of a pick. Davis. And 4 jerseys there. They end up getting the rebound, taking it back to Jerome Williams.
Yeah, now you can tell that Carter's legs are hurting. Carter's leg is hurting. You know who the third guard with that team was? A fellow named Vinny Ernest. And boy, it was a nip and tuck who was the best out of those 3 during that time.
They won an NIT championship back when the NIT was really something.
That's when everybody played in the NIT.
Yeah, Carter hits the jumper, so that's the first points for Vince Carter since early in the game. He has 13. Childs drops it off for Carter, and he flies through the air.
If the Rockets are not involved in the defense per se, they stand and watch.
Carter takes it baseline for 2.
Bill, tell me that. I wasn't listening earlier. What did you say who they still have?
They still have Vince Carter.
The guy that just made that shot.
Not Sergeant Carter. Vince Carter up and in. So 20 points for Carter, 20 points for Francis.
Now, Charles Barkley made a comment on the air one night about your superstar has got to come up big when the game gets like this. And this is what Carter just did. He made my statement. Has some validity to it.
2-point game. Carter got. You got to cover him a little better than that. Carter will fire it up and hits. All right, Carter looking inside for Davis. He'll shoot the three. Carter hits again. Carter with 30 points. Carter to the basket, floats it up and in. Vince Carter with 32 points. All right, here's Carter. Mobley right in front of him. Carter trying to get the shot off. He does and hits. Vince Carter with 36 points. Kenny Thomas from the outside short. Here comes Carter. 58 seconds and counting left to play. Carter with a great drive, turns, fires, hits, and he's fouled. A three-point opportunity for Vince Carter. He's got 38. Here's Carter, gets a pick. Carter fires, tough jumper, won't go, and the rebound goes to Jerome Williams. Takes it right back inside, misses.
Travis Carter!
Carter.
Inside. All right, now the Rockets have got to be very careful. You're talking about a 2-point game.
All right, here we go. Carter, shadowed by Mobley. He'll give up a 2, and they do. 2 points. You've still got to get it into the hands of the free throw shooter. Mucci is almost tackled by Alvin Williams. It came out. Alvin Williams, 3 seconds, down to 2. Williams goes for the tie. He misses, and there goes the buzzer. And the Rockets have pulled it out.
There you see Dominique and Vince Carter exchanging pleasantries before we get underway here tonight at Phillips Arena.
Well, you know, Bob, anybody that comes in this building that's a slam dunker has to pay homage to Dominique Wilkins.
Absolutely.
So properly done by Vince Carter. Got to see how they're going to react with Bosh guarding Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Got to give him some touches, see how the defense is going to play it.
Sharif driving. Carter with the takeaway. Catch and shoot, Vince Carter.
But you don't mind that catch and shoot, Bob. And if he gets on a roll, he can knock those down. Where Vince is most dangerous when he's driving to the basket, jumping over people, involving his teammates.
Vince gets a screen. Goes to work on Glover. Barrels in, uses glass.
And you can see almost every time down the floor, the ball is going to go to Vince Carter.
But Vince Carter,
hard to help on that one.
Now, they posted some pretty impressive wins this season. They've beaten New Jersey twice. They've knocked off Dallas. They've knocked off Houston. I mean, they've got some great wins.
Yes, they do, Bob. In particular at home. I mean, they play well at home.
Here's Carter. Fading. Hitting. Vince Carter starting to cook. Carter. Bingo. Vince with 14. We mentioned earlier, the last time Vince played Phillips Arena against the Hawks, he dropped 43 on Atlanta. Here's Diaw banking, missing. Rebound Carter.
Diaw's got to be ready and in position to catch and shoot, Bob. When he's playing off field, off Sharif.
Carter, 3-ball, got it. Vince with 7 quick ones here to start the third, and this is a 5-point game. Diaw, heavy traffic and a turnover. Carter, Murray, Lamont right to the rack and lays it home. Lamont Murray with 10. Yes. His 7th time in double figures this season. Carter, time running down, and Vince off the glass and good. 20 points for Vince, 10 in the period. Vince Carter keeps it going. Yes! Vince Carter with 22. Milt gets it back. Finding Vince Carter. 3-ball side pocket.
Well, they run it Curry and leave Carter open.
Put that shot clock at 4. Carter, yes, for 2. Carter gets a screen, rises, nails it. Vince Carter, 29. Carter on the weak side is Antonio Davis. Palacio now to Vince.
Good quick closeout by Diaw.
Carter, it matters not. 32 for Vince. His 4th 30-point game this year, 83-80. Vince goes quickly. Vince, baseline popper, good. He's hit 7 straight and has 34 points. Vince Carter gets it into Alvin Williams. Looking for Vince and finding it. Vince will drive it. Vince runs into Theo. He throws it up and in. An incredible shot by Vince Carter. I don't believe what I just saw.
Whoa! Whoa!
My goodness!
I never seen a three-point play this way, ever. Coming off screens, he knows he's going to get the contact. Everybody's thinking three-point shot. Vince says, I can do it another way. Throws the body, flips it backwards. Unbelievable.
And this game is tied 37 for Vince Carter in an absolutely unbelievable shot.
I think it's just JT's show, his world. Spread out, give him room to do his thing.
Alvin Williams, great defender on it. 6-5. Jason Terry for the win. Rejected. And 1.2 seconds left. Terry's dodge screaming for a foul, none coming. And a big rejection for Toronto. Man,
looked like he's blocking a football field goal.
Gets the ball, calls timeout. Got it with his left hand.
Yes, he did.
And then goes to get the basketball. Is there anything else, Superman?
I hope not. Not tonight.
They go to Peterson for the win. Overtime. And he didn't miss that by much.
No, he didn't.
Looking for Vince, finding Vince. Carter turns, shoots, and hits. Vince Carter with 39. He is unconscious. Carter. Guarded by Glover.
Earlier they were able to
coverage, shoots over Theo and hits. Vince Carter. Incredible. 41 points. Vince, short, rebound. Whoa, wait a minute. Atlanta will get the ball, a loose ball foul on Toronto.
That's it.
Game is tied. Toronto timeout, 8 seconds left in OT. Looking for Vince, finding Vince. Vince, Glover went down, Carter hits it with 1.2. Vince Carter has done it again. Everybody in the ballpark knows he's going to get the basketball, and he gets an open look.
And it was almost an afterthought as Theo runs at him. Take a look as Glover is stumbling off the screen, tries to go through it here. It's too late.
Singer, I've got to have 5 guys going at Vince Carter.
You've got to. I mean, you just got to get the ball out of his hands and make him pass it.
What a train wreck that turned out to be. And how about Carter? He's unconscious.
Yes, oh, he is on fire. But it's one of those situations, Bob, when a guy gets so hot, the ball's in his hands, it's money. You got to get it out of those hands.
DL. Goes to Reef, gets it back, fumbles it away, the ball game is over, and Toronto has won. Vince Carter with a night to remember, and the Hawks are left to wonder what happened to them.
On the other side for New Jersey, Kidd and Carter, the backcourt, Collins, Kristich, and Scalabrini are along the front line. What do you think of the West Kidd matchup, Tom?
Well, I think that's good because Delonte will stay with him, and Gary will try and deny Vince Carter the ball.
Kidd trying to do something on West. Kicks it to Scalabrini, misses the jumper, rebound taken down by Kidd. That's what the Celtics need to do, is not let Jason Kidd, as Tom said, get a triple-double, and that means he can't get rebounds. Carter hits a 3. It's 8-2 New Jersey. LaFrance does not get the kind roll, and Kidd's got another rebound.
Well, you got to get more than one person on the boards. That time there was nobody on the offensive board.
Carter is red hot to stop the game, and Tony Brown wants a timeout. Carter is 3 for 3.
That's what Gary Payton's trying to do, is deny Vince Carter the ball.
And they just
fire. Switched out on the pick, and Vince Carter hit one from way beyond the arc.
Hasn't missed yet. He's got 11 points. Payton with Scalabrini on him, keeps the dribble alive, kicks it, and it's picked off by Robinson, who saw the pass coming. Ahead to Kidd for an easy 2. Nets go back up by 6.
Can't call fouls on acting.
Al Jefferson has come in for Antoine. Carter 5 for 5, Vince Carter in the first quarter. He's got 13. Nets are shooting 67%.
Oh, it's because of this guy with the ball.
Well, it's Air New Jersey right now. Trying to work on Kidd. Gary, tough shot, no. Nice box out job done in there by Robinson on the French, and the Nets come the other way. Carter. Again. 18 first quarter points for Carter. Carter, the hot man. Wow. 21 first quarter points for Carter. Carter again. My goodness.
Well, they're playing a zone, and it's just simple passing the ball over the top. And he's wide open.
Celtics need a couple of defensive stops. Carter. There's Stitch again. Pierce got Carter in the air. Kicks it back to Walker. Back outside. Rafe is going to take it top of the key. And the rebound off the floor to Jason Kidd. Lananich kicks it to the corner. And Carter continues to put on a show.
Now, when you get a hot guy like that, you got to keep finding him. And wow,
very unselfish there on the part of Carter to find Robinson, who buried it. It's back to 19 again. Coming up in the Nissan Halftime Report, Gary Tangway will be joined by former Celtic Dana Barros. Dana will give us his pick for this year's MVP in the NBA, as well as his choice for 6th Man of the Year. Those are two very hotly contested races right now. Carter again. Kristich kicks it out to Scalabrini, over to Carter, 4 on the shot clock. Wow.
I'm going to tell you, he was about 4 feet over half court when he took that one, and there wasn't an instant of hesitation.
And Vince Carter, one of his rare drives to the basket. Shot clock winding down. Pierce gets it to LaFrance. Oh, good defensive play by Carter. Ricky did a good job just getting that off. He knew he didn't have time to really catch and shoot. He just had to put it up in the same motion, and he got the front rim. Carter trying to work on Payton. Over the top of Carter.
And they won 3 seconds, and they wouldn't call 3 seconds, and they allowed him to get the alley-oop.
Wow. 38 and counting for Carter. Pierce trying to force it inside, and a nice play by Best. Travis Best. Vince Carter. Vince is feeling very good about himself right now. Near steal by Davis. Kidd able to come up with it. Loops it over to Carter. Banks it home this time. Just to show you he can do that too. And so you can see that big game looming on Tuesday night. The Sixers play tonight in Washington. And then Miami will have a say in what happens. Vince Carter just dropped in 2 more, and that is a season high for Vince. He's got 44. Celtics get the 13 here, but the Nets behind Jason Kidd. And Vince Carter put up an impressive win here today. 99-86, the final score at the Meadowlands.
It was just after 5 o'clock when Vince Carter stepped off the bus here at the ACC in his much-anticipated return to Toronto to trade back on December 17th, and this date on the calendar marked then and there. April the 15th at his first game. And in the Irving shirt, a very symbolic statement in that as well, which Chuck will tell you about. He avoided the opening shoot-around, but then was greeted with a chorus of boos when he made his appearance for warm-up, and no longer in the hearts of many Raptor fans, as they have come out ready to welcome back, in a way, Vince Carter.
From North Carolina, 6'6" guard, number 15, Vince Carter. And from California, 6'4" guard, number 5, Jason Kidd. The head coach of the New Jersey Nets is Lawrence Frank.
Williams with a crossover to the cup. Vince, yes. on Kristich. Are you kidding me?
And you could see the development of Pop Sol with minutes, Chuck. That's not a shot he would have taken or made 3 games ago.
And Jason Kidd beating his man on the spot underneath the rim with a layup on a high-low feed. Cliff Robinson on the floor now. Carter, 3 for 3. And you can't allow Vince Carter that much space.
Well, Pop Sol's got to realize you run at Vince Carter. You force him to put the ball on the floor and go to the basket.
Scalabrine. Carter. Got it. And again, they're setting a lot of screens for Vince to shoot these days. You know, there's a lot of energy here tonight. His mother, Michelle, is in attendance. How do you think Vince is holding up through all this?
I think he's been fine, Chuck. He started out the game really allowing the Raptors to dictate how he should play. Let's see if he can continue down this little scoring run he has. Carter, that's a tough shot. See, now Vince Carter plays this way. He is very difficult to stop. That's really his first attempt to get near the basket.
And Carter intercepts a Peterson pass. Vince down the floor. Planinic with the finish.
Outstanding anticipation that time by Carter.
We will mention that that's 29th in the association in field goal percentage. And Vince Carter again wide open, and they are setting screens for Carter, who's in double figures with 11. Carter with a finger roll.
That's a pretty shot right there.
Gorgeous move by Carter. In 20 minutes, he's got 13. Carter again. And a stop and go and a spin. And a rainbow is good. That was a very difficult shot, and Carter with 15.
That was an unbelievable shot.
Here's Peterson. That's off the mark. This is a dangerous New Jersey team in transition. You don't want to allow them fast break opportunities. And Carter's starting to cook.
Yeah, nor do you want to allow Vince Carter to get in the paint.
59-50 Raptors. Scalabrine to go back down to Carter. Left, count it, the foul. You can't turn your back on Vince Carter. And now Vince for 3.
Can't happen. Anytime you're in a pick and roll like that, you see a lack of communication by the Raptors. Somebody's got to come out. And Vince Carter right now, 23 points. They have got to do something about it.
Carter wants it. He can feel it. Pops and scores. And he is in the zone. Carter with 25. The Nets in a major surge here in the third. Carter, hang time, and he scores.
Wow.
And we are seeing vintage Vince Carter. He's got 12 in the quarter, 27 on the night.
Well, one of the things that Sam Mitchell was pointing out to his team at the break there, Chuck, is to really start attacking the basket again. In the first half, they played even points in the paint, and so far in the third quarter, it's been all jump shots.
3 for 10. Travis Best, layup, no. A tip attempt by Carter, no, but Carter tipped the ball away from Austin. Kidd to Carter, on the pump, the step back, the 3. Vince Carter with 30.
He's in the zone right now, Chuck. He's just playing this game at his own level.
Again, Carter playing with 3 fouls. His last 2 attempts have come from behind the arc. And Peterson playing them tied up top. Scalabrine with a handoff. Carter hit the side of the backboard. And comes down with a rebound. Vince. Good.
A lot of confidence in the paint. He just gathers himself. And when he goes up like that, Chuck, that 2-foot stop in the lane, with his elevation, no one's going to touch that shot.
And Carter hooked the ball out of Bosch's hands. Another steal for Vince. Rodney Buford. And it's still loose, and Scalabrine with the steal.
In the first half, the Raptors were the ones getting all the loose balls.
Vince leans in off the window and a kiss. He has 34. Kidd. Nope. Kept alive by Collins and a fresh shot clock at 24.
But offensive rebounds right now starting to kill the Raptors.
Kidd again. And this is a big-time 3 for Jason Kidd.
Vince Carter coming back to the Air Canada Center and dropping 39.
Sellout crowd expected tonight. A gorgeous evening in New Jersey. They hope to be dancing to the playoff beat. The Nets trying to make their move in the Eastern Conference playoff chase. The fans are ready. Nets
76ers tonight inside Continental Airlines Arena. We've got it for you here on Yes. Iverson throws it up. And a turnover. Kidd lob. Corner. Reverse slam. Oh, that's special.
Off the turnover, Iverson had nowhere to go and just threw it right to the Nets. Nets get it to Kidd. Kidd looking up, finds Carter behind the D. Alley-oop. Flush.
Kidd triggers in. New shot clock for the Nets. Carter curling and slamming. The Statue of Liberty dunk.
No defense for that as he got the step. And the help was a little late as Carter jumped over the top.
Carter wants it against Iguodala. Step through. Carter off balance.
A little double clutch there with one hand as Carter looking for a call, no call, but made the tough shot in the lane.
In for Kristic. Carter will fire the three. Count.
Iguodala caught napping a little bit as Carter got the ball back after inbounding.
Iverson and Kidd with the Nets in front by 7. And this time Iverson tips it over in the direction of Collins.
Bad play there by Dallenberg as Collins did a good job by stepping in front and being more aggressive.
Carter step back. Buries it.
It's a huge play. Iverson wins the tip, is tipping to his big man, and he just gets outfought by Collins, which ends up with a Carter getting a bucket.
Collins, a jump shot. Carter against McKee. High screen Kidd. Iverson looking for the steal. Switch back now. McKee on Carter. Carter. Oh, brilliant move to the goal.
If you allow him to pound the basketball without getting it out of his hands, he's going to find a way to beat you.
There's Carter. The give to Kristic with a baby hook.
Tough shot there. And Dallenberg not real aggressive there.
And just 3 turnovers for the Nets. Carter against Korver. Stutter step to the goal. Carter lost the ball. And goaltending. Stuck with the play, and it turns into a deuce.
Again, reacting quicker than Philadelphia.
Carter against Korver. Oh, he loves this matchup. Carter, step to the rim, doesn't get the roll, follows and slams with a purpose.
Great job, great enthusiasm by Vince Carter there, staying with it, and it didn't close down quickly as he gets his own miss.
He has 20 first-half points coming off a 39-point performance on Friday night. Carter driving, puts it in, and a foul. Vince Carter, the creativity. Falling to the floor, Carter gets it to drop.
On the way down, Vince Carter will turn the corner, and you see, takes a little bump, and that manages to still get that shot up to the rim and hits the deck.
Kidd using the Carter screen. He ties up Iguodala.
They're locked arm in arm, Iguodala and Carter.
Takes a peek at the clock, 10 to shoot. Carter forced into a fadeaway, and he knocks it down.
A tough shot from Vince, but one we've become accustomed to seeing.
Carter finds Scalabrini. Corner 3, got it!
Good job by finding Scalabrini.
Carter against Korver, tight defense on the outside. Carter, long 3! Vince Carter on the money from long distance. Shoots that with ease. Carter, catch and shoot on a high arcing delivery. Nets looking to execute in the half court. Ball movement to Carter against McKee. Carter to the goal, +1. Vince Carter. A chance for 3. Iverson, the runner, and Scalabrini able to secure it.
Yeah, Rodgers was there for Philadelphia. Didn't quite get his hand on it. Battling 3 other Nets for that rebound.
10th rebound for Scalabrini. Carter fires and connects a 3.
Got himself set. Defense late in getting out. Vince makes it look easy.
Collins allows Kidd to cut through. Now Robinson continues to curl. Finds Carter, fade away, and scores.
That's against a pretty good defender in Aaron McKee.
The line, 11 points, 15 assists, 10 rebounds for Kidd. Carter. What range for Vince Carter. 43 overall. The Nets move into the 8th spot in the Eastern Conference playoff race. They reach the 500 mark for the first time since 2-2. And they knock off the Sixers 104-83.
Welcome back to a December Friday night in Cleveland. Snow outside, windy, cold, but inside the Cavs have been hot, and they're back home after a 3-game West Coast trip, and glad to be back on their home turf. Carter, nice floater from Vince Carter. Eric Snow on Kidd, battle a couple of veteran point guards. Carter, a good post-up man, gets inside. When he takes it and is aggressive going to the glass, he's just so good. They're trying to get into Carter's hands early. Good ball denial from James. There's Kristich, certainly has that ability to outstep. Here's a kid just getting better and better. Nenad Kristich in just his second year from Serbia and Montenegro. Kristich inside. Snow tried to draw the charge, but not enough contact.
So you're questioning Rod Thorne right off the bat here? Come on, the guy's an outstanding team leader. If you've been in the NBA since 1963 and here you are questioning him?
If you were listening to what I was saying, I'm applauding him. He had his guy, but it just didn't quite work out as Carter knocks it down.
Vince Carter looks razor sharp tonight. Another forced shot and Jason Kidd on the run.
They're not getting good looks, that's for sure. And as Bill mentioned, the defense strong. Carter, again, Vince Carter, 4 for 5 from the field. And it's been a 10-point turnaround. After trailing by 3, the Nets now lead by 7. Carter, that's a bad shot for Carter.
that's in your face. That is in your, I can't believe you said that. That's a heat check, Mike.
But that's the kind of shots he takes. Oh, Vince Carter.
Wait a second.
Stay in the air a little longer. McGinnis gets inside. You can tell McGinnis wants to have a big game. Van White, Carter with the steal off a lazy inbound pass, and Carter's got 15 points already.
Well, what I liked about Mike Brown, the coach, talking about in our morning meeting, going over to LeBron's house and the meetings that they had, is Vince Carter just absolutely on fire out there. You got to defend the pick and roll better.
And Kristich able to flip it in as well. He just keeps improving. As James got beat off a screen, and Jefferson an easy 2. 3 for James. James with the steal, but couldn't hold on.
You got transition numbers here. LeBron James caught in the backcourt.
Carter again, hits another 3. 24 first half points for Vince Carter. Carter gets inside, wild shot, everything going in for Vince Carter. 26 first half points. You know, you mentioned about Ogauskas getting that second All-Star berth last year. That was important to him because he felt when he got it the first time that he really didn't belong. But he said the second one was so important to him as Carter continues his terrific shooting. Just a good all-around effort from New Jersey at both ends of the floor. And this man makes it all easier. Kidd, a rare shot tonight. Kidd knocks it down. He's 2 for 2, both 3-pointers.
Vince Carter.
Carter forces and puts it in. Carter unstoppable. He's got 30 points.
Cleveland tantalizingly close, always seeming to be on the verge of finding some sort of rhythm, but then Vince Carter just continues to play near perfect basketball.
Or he draws it, kicks it out for an open 3. This time he draws the foul.
Now,
Damon Jones went down hard on his hip.
How about taking Jeff McGinnis out of the game?
Carter. Nice move from Carter. He's got 34 and the lead back up to 5. Carter. And Carter with a big shot. Quiet in the second half. He had 26 of his 36 in the first half. Marshall, that's a 3. Marshall knocks it down. And the Cavaliers take the lead. James. Banker won't go. Try it again. Blocked by Kristich. Terrific rejection.
I think they got Kristich back in the game and McGinnis out.
Carter inside. And the Nets back up by 4. 4 straight road wins for the New Jersey Nets. And they hand the Cavs just their second home loss of the season. Very impressive victory for New Jersey here at home as they get to 500 at 9-9.
Now, speaking of health, Richard Jefferson on his own missed 49 games a year ago with injury. The perimeter trio has been relatively healthy this year. Same could not be said at power forward, where Clifford Robinson makes his 8th start of the year for the injured Jason Collins. A 7-footer and a Stanford Collins will not dress tonight. He has a sprained right ankle. He'd lead by 5. Vince Carter driving past Haslam. Oh yes, a jackknife dunk for Vince Carter. That he can do. 11-4 as Carter spins and finishes, plus the foul. Jason Williams back in the game for the Heat as Mark Jackson fires up the jumper and nails it.
Jackson averaging 5 points per game off a Nets bench that could use a little bit of an upgrade, Tony. And the 9 starts for Payton this year, the Heat a winner in 6 of them. Heat are definitely too deep at point guard, at least. 3 on the shot clock. Carter's game and his shot as well. First field goal of the second quarter. 9 points for the longtime member, the Toronto Raptors. So now the Heat lead is 9 as Carter takes aim, drills it. Vince Carter, 11 points tonight. The Heat have equaled their biggest lead of the game at 15. Morning went shot block hunting, but Carter able to find the bottom of the well.
Carter expected Morning to come over there, so he shot a rainbow shot that buried it, into the net.
Posey hits a 3. And that's the first points tonight for James Posey.
Inside out play by the Heat, get it into Shaq, post up, and then spread out and spot up. That time Posey buried it.
That's the Heat's first triple in their 7th try. Jason Kidd comes right back and answers with his second 3. Here's Haslam from 15. Kaboom!
And he gets it at the other end. Wow.
Well, it hasn't been the greatest of stretches for Udonis Haslem, but that sequence, well, Udonis on display. A block shot followed by a bucket.
Well, you never really know what his value is, Eric, how good it is, because he does a lot of intangible things you don't find in the box score.
Things he does, you do find in the box score. Vince Carter now with 16 points. Shaq passing out of the double team. Posey for 3. Ricochets off and taken down by Cliff Robinson. The Nets are within 4. Nice pass. Carter with a hammer dunk off a great one bounce from Kidd.
Carter does what Wade does. He goes up, and then when someone tries to get in his way, he just hangs in the air and goes up another couple of steps and throws it down.
Cliff Robinson exchanging with Vince Carter. Wade still on Carter, who slips past him and hits on the runner over the top of O'Neal.
How high you got to get that over Shaq. Vince Carter can do it, obviously.
Here comes Carter. The hook over O'Neal drops home. And when he gets in this kind of zone, look out. He's got 8 of his 22 here in the 3rd quarter.
He come back in the zone again, 2-3 zone. Gary Payton has been inserted for Dwayne Wade.
And here's Carter, gives the Nets the lead. And is that their first lead tonight? Yes, it is. They take it on the Carter jumper. It's 55-53 New Jersey. Jefferson pitch back for a Carter 3. Oh my. Is he feeling it or what? His second triple of the quarter. Now Walker drives on Kristich, turns into the middle and misses on the short hook. Lid on the basket for the Heat. They're shooting just 37% in this game.
Well, you got to play good D while you stop the bleeding on offense. He's going to get back in the rhythm of this game, but they don't want to get too far behind.
The Nets have hit 9 of their last 10 shots, make it 10 out of 11. Vince Carter having what you would call an untouchable quarter. 18 points in the quarter, 32 points for the night.
Too bad we don't have any storylines for you heading into the contest on Christmas Day.
You know, it's so funny, Jason. I was doing a promo for it on Monday Night Football the other night, and I'm going, well, it's Shaq and it's Kobe, and it's, Phil and Pat. And then I'm thinking to myself about 10 seconds later, I didn't even mention Dwayne Wade. And the Seahawks in a pretty good position right now to get the bye, obviously, maybe the #1 seed. But when it comes down to it, I still think Indy will be there at the end. Watch out for New England, obviously. I think what you're going to have is New England getting into the playoffs, maybe meeting Jacksonville in the first round, and then Indianapolis in the second round. That'll be phenomenal.
Vince Carter leading the Nets with 37 points. He's hit his last 4 shots. He's 12 of 24 for the night, and he's already played 41 minutes. Comes left, down the lane, runs into O'Neal, and scores anyway. Well, it's a new season high for Vince. He has 39 points. Vince Carter now with 49. So it is the 4th highest scoring game in opponent history against the Heat, behind Willie Burton's 53 points, Alex English's 51, and Michael Jordan's 50. And his 24 free throw attempts in this game will also tie an all-time opponent high. Willie Burton had taken, actually that's free throws made, pardon me. Free throw attempts, let's see, he will finish, it looks like, with the 3rd most free throw attempts. Now Carter has 51 points in the game. Now Vince Carter 1 point away from a New Jersey Nets individual game record. Mike Newland and Ray Williams each had a 52-point game for the Nets. Ray Williams doing it in 1982, Mike Newland doing it in 1979. So one of the great games ever turned in by a New Jersey Net, and one of the great opponent nights against Miami in 18 years of Heat basketball.
All right, Deb, thank you very much, and welcome everyone to the Continental Airlines Arena here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the home court of the New Jersey Nets. But don't get fooled by that. In the first two games, in fact, in game number 1 here was Rick Carlisle's team that was victorious. They set up. Kristich finishes inside, and both coaches before the game said Nenad Kristich getting confidence because the veterans like Carter are looking for him.
Yeah, I mean, we had a chance to speak with Lawrence Frank beforehand, and he really, I thought, hammered that point home pretty well in terms of guys like Kevin Garnett. He put in the same sentence with him in terms of the way O'Neal is one of the most talented guys in the NBA at the post. And although if you or I were in the post tonight against Lawrence Frank, he'd be saying we were the best players. You know, that little bit of coach talk speak, but still, he's pretty good down there.
Vince Carter, his first field goal and a foul. Carter averaging just over 29 a game in the playoffs. Crozier again dealing with a 7-footer Kristich. That is Carter throwing up a prayer and it's answered.
And did you notice how he threw his body towards the basket, though? Now, that wasn't Vince Carter really vintage because he didn't get his balance and his legs underneath him.
Here they are out of the timeout. Vince Carter, beautifully done with the left hand. Searching out O'Neal. Robinson, right around Robinson goes O'Neal, and Kristich there to cover up.
Good help there by Kristich double teaming and Robinson forcing O'Neal out onto the floor.
That's not an especially good shot blocking team, but Kristich, who cans 2 more, their leading shot blocker during the regular season as well as the playoffs. Oh, Jim Spinarkle marks him off tonight on NBA TV. Second quarter underway in this Game 5. A pivotal Game 5 in this first round series, which is locked at 2. Sharunas Jasikevičius onto the floor for the first time for the Pacers. Robinson romping down the floor, and there's Carter running with him to follow up. Vince with 7 boards already in the game.
Oh, what a pass inside. So is that.
Carter able to finish it. Yeah, some award somewhere. You know, O'Neal is averaging nearly 5 turnovers a game in this series, and one of the reasons so many offensive fouls on him. It's Carter forcing the issue, and he got it done. Jackson tees up a 3, and Kristich has the rebound.
Jefferson continues to run out for the Nets. He's bringing people with him, too.
Carter with double vision, but he got it done off the double team.
Boy, looking to make things happen. Vince Carter continues to impress, and really his shot selection terrific.
Jefferson goes romping in and slams for 2 of his 12.
Let's test the waters and try to get the ball down deep like they did here.
Vince Carter picking up where he left off in the first half. Pacers' first field goal of the quarter is coming up with a steal. Granger in jailbreak for the Pacers, and finishing the job, Anthony Johnson is leading them in scoring with 14. Now the other way, the Pacers late getting back defensively, and New Jersey able to take advantage. Vince Carter, 10 of 13 for his 26. Well, they won the opener of this series here, and they took, count them, 3 road victories in their first round against the Boston Celtics last year in a playoff matchup.
Officiating crew, Steve Javie, Leroy Richardson, Gary Zielinski. Raptors control the tip. Toronto looking for its 6th consecutive victory. The Nets opening up a 4-game road trip. James, he put it over Kristich, but Nenad comes up with the defensive rebound.
Well, it's one of the things James does well.
Carter, wow, whoa. Just laid a Canadian brick. Kristich on a repost. Double team. Vaughn, ball movement. Carter is booed. Wow, that's a second air ball.
If the first one was a Canadian brick, what was that one?
Carter operating in the lane, knocks it down.
And you notice just a little bit closer than his first 2 heaves that went up, and they were not good shots by Vince Carter, but they're a better opportunity to put something down and go for it.
There's Kidd. Swings it. Carter on a fadeaway. Book it.
I think he's going to take the challenge.
I think so.
He is not going to back down. Looks very aggressive.
Spreading the floor. Kidd finds the cutter. Carter finishes on the inside.
What kind of shot was that just then?
Not sure.
It's amazing what he does when he gets it down low.
And a 9-0 run. Carter, the leaner.
Really aggressively looking for opportunities. That time off a screen, gets a high screen, and Vince with a little bit of a drift towards the hoop. Better to be drifting towards it than away.
Carter.
Nice look.
Oh, the cut to the goal by Kristich, and Carter got him in stride. And the Nets could hold for one. Raptors have a foul to give. 10 seconds left. Lawrence Frank called out a play to Carter. 6 seconds left. Carter against his close friend Peterson. Outside, Murray got it for three.
Boy, there's a mistake by the Raptors not using the foul, huh?
Raptors' largest lead of this first half. Here's Carter. Inside, Vince Carter. Able to take it at Matt Bonner. James in a hurry. Bosch, extra feed. Peterson goes down. No call. Kidd gets it ahead. Kristich to McGinnis.
Carter's up there.
And McGinnis puts it out there for him as Vince comes up with a finish.
Boy, did he get down the court in a hurry. Good execution there and good transition by the Nets.
We are past the halfway point of this third quarter. Raptors with a 7-point lead. Carter splits defenders. Leans in for the deuce.
Now time for somebody in Carter right there. Time for them to start to answer.
And the Nets again within two. Bosch. He missed it. Bosch missed it on the inside. Nets in transition with Kidd. The bounce and the slam. Big finish by Carter. And Air Canada soars again. Bosch ball fake. And that won't go with a runner. Here's Carter putting it on the floor. And a jump ball called. The reach in by Bonner to disallow the Carter drive to the hoop. And they get it to Kidd. The lob. You can't do it any better than that. Vince Carter wins the tap. And Kidd and Carter were on the same page, leading to the alley-oop.
That was pretty. Well, that was well done, too, in terms of two guys thinking ahead of the play and understanding where the tip was going to go.
And a 14-4 Nets run. They lead by 3. And here's Carter for the Nets. Aggressive, fouled in the act, and a chance for 3.
Nice call from Lawrence Frank.
James jumper, bottom.
This is a different team than we've seen early in the year. It was only a short month ago that this Raptor team beat the Nets. But even when they beat them, I didn't think they played like this.
Oh! Vince Carter twisting and turning in midair for the slammer.
Once again, we've touched on Vince Carter's ability to get off the floor, and here's one where he tries to dunk, thinking of going two hands. He continues to go higher and higher and finishes off with a little bit of a twist.
Kidd is now on the bench with Vaughn back in there. Carter lines it up and nails it for 3.
Can't tell you how easily Vince Carter really blasted to the free throw line and then came back to the three-point line.
The spin, it goes down. Raptors wanted an offensive goaltending.
Who got the bucket there, Carter?
He did.
Yep.
On a layup. Carter, 3 white jerseys were in the area. Now Carter banks it in. Vince Carter, creative. Now James looking for an opening. 5 to shoot. Kidd sticks with him. James the dish. Villanueva can't hit the 3.
Watch Kidd trying to force the action.
Kidd straight down the middle. The flip. Oh. No. The follow goes down for Carter.
Nice job by the Nets funneling down the floor because they're thinking the same way Kidd is.
12 to shoot. James a 3. Count it. Big shot for Mike James. Here's Carter. Fend off. Floater no. Tip in yes.
Well, you're right about the fend off. He just pushed James out of the way on that trip.
7 seconds to shoot. James wants it. No good. And Carter cleans the glass. Nets are down by 4. Carter's 3. He's got it. Nets down by 1.
Well, you talk about confidence coming down the floor. This is where the Nets are in trouble, though. They probably have to foul right there.
And they do.
Good decision by Lawrence Frank. Get the guys coming down the floor in a hurry.
The Nets have no timeouts to work with. And we'll have to hurry on a make or a miss by Calderon.
We'll see if the Raptors throw a guard or 2 up the floor just to slow somebody down.
No good. The door is open for the Nets.
Enough time, though.
Kidd, 3 seconds. Carter looking for the win. He buries it. Vince Carter back in Toronto. with a bang. Rose looking to put it up high towards the rim. Floater. It's over. What a finish here in Toronto. The Nets win their 10th in a row. And it's Vince Carter putting up 42 points, including the game-winning 3-ball for the Nets.
For the Nets, the usual starting five: Richard Jefferson, Nenad Kristich, Jason Collins on the front line, Jason Kidd, and Vince Carter in the backcourt. Whoa. Wow. Colliding with Collins. No call. Collins looking at the official, could not believe it. Here's the alley-oop. Vince Carter puts it down. Now, during the All-Star game in Houston, Vince actually, off sensational moves, missed 2 dunks, and he heard about it at practice last night. You're saying you checked the stat sheet at halftime?
Once in a while.
Back in the day?
Back in the day.
Carter with the fadeaway. So the Bucks now lead 32-21.
That's the same guy from the Red Sox, isn't it?
Good observation.
That should be very interesting.
And here is Carter hitting his second straight jumper. So the Nets finally showing some signs.
Nets really not energetically getting into their offense.
Carter. Well, Tom Barreese telling us at halftime that they came out shooting jumpers. Carter for 3. Oh, he is feeling it. Vince Carter with another 3-pointer and then hobbles back to the defensive end as he brings the Nets within 5. Kidd with the rebound on that miss by Smith. Here's Carter for 3. Oh, he is on fire. Vince Carter from downtown, and the Nets are within 4.
And Vince is starting to really blend it together, Marv, in terms of a little bit of inside, getting himself to the free throw line and short long-range shots.
How about that circle shot by Michael Redd? Here comes Jefferson.
Oh, good cross.
Jefferson takes all the way, and Carter is there for the follow.
Well, Kidd is clapping for Jefferson's effort of getting it down the floor.
How about Kidd? He's 1 rebound away from a triple-double now, which will be his 4th for the season. It counts, and the foul. Here's Carter. Yes. Quick release by Carter over Simmons. And the Nets are within 2. Red not able to get the release. Carter with the pickup. Here's Carter with the steal. Not bad for a guy who was hobbling most of the way.
Hobbling with a left ankle, a right knee tonight, getting popped a little bit.
Simmons defending on Carter. Here is Carter. Yes! And the Nets lead for the first time since the opening minute of play. 15 on the shot clock. You can hear on the public address. Carter goes behind the back. Carter spins. Carter scores! Oh, what a move by Vince Carter. The Nets lead 86-83, and the Bucks call for time. Here's Mo Williams. He lost the handle and took the shot, and then Carter is fouled again. Mo Williams thought he was fouled. Vince having one of those magical nights. Got it primarily in the second half. 45 points for Vince Carter. Nets do not want to foul here. Here's Simmons with 3. Robinson on the rebound. And that will wrap it. A terrific road victory for the Nets.
For the Nets, winners of 11 straight, it's Richard Jefferson, Jason Collins, Nenad Kristich, Vince Carter, and Jason Kidd. Our 3-man officiating crew is signed by the NBA. Ed Malloy, David Jones, and the 24-year veteran Bennett Salvatore. And South Florida, glad you've joined us on this early Sunday night start as off we go on a big-time Miami Heat NBA adventure tonight. Vince Carter, 7-time All-Star, going to the rack and coming away with the Nets' first 2 points.
Well, we talked about they like to ISO him, go one-on-one. That time he went on Wade, and then he beat the help before they can come and get him.
4 on the shot clock. Jefferson unloads. And Richard Jefferson having a terrific 5th year. Almost 20 points per game on 50% shooting. Carter, quick release on the jumper, and it sticks. A shooter's touch for the 8-year veteran out of North Carolina, Vince Carter. He has 4 New Jersey's first 6, and we're tied for the 3rd time already. And there's Carter with a steal of a Wade pass. This is Kristich. Wade going for the shot block, but Kristich hammers it home.
That's 7 feet. Tough for Dwayne Wade at 6'4" to try to block that.
Twan for the driving Doniak. Kristich with a block. And here comes Vaughn and the Nets. It's Carter on the attack. Nice dish. Jefferson! Oh, baby! What a play! The reverse tomahawk stuff.
Eric, the Nets have been 0 for 6 in the last 6 shots up to that dunk.
Here comes Vince. Hands off to Kristich. Well, Vince Carter is to the Nets what Dwayne Wade is for Miami. The guy that gets into the paint and either scores or creates opportunities for others. Jacques Vaughn could not hand it off to Carter. Good defense.
Gary Payton, good job not allowing that ball to go to Carter and wasting some time off the clock.
Carter gonna unload, and he drills it as the first quarter ends. A 3 for Vince Carter.
Unbelievable. Gary Payton does everything right defensively, and Carter still makes the shot.
Tony, yesterday the Heat 3 of 16 from downtown. Tonight 0 for 6 over the last 4.5 games. Miami shooting just 20% from distance. As Vince Carter comes through, Carter now with 9 points and 4 assists, and the Nets have matched their largest lead at 3. Carter draws 2 defenders. 3 on the shot clock, Jacques Vaughn. Now the Heat will have to live with that. Jacques Vaughn never been known as a very good shooter. He does have 4 points in the second quarter. Here's Kidd underneath. He got the basket and the foul on Antoine Walker.
Dwayne Wade made a mistake. He tried to shoot the gap on that play rather than follow. Tonight the Nets are trying to take away the inside play of the Heat. They're doing a relatively good job as the Heat scored 22 points in the painted area, but a lot of that was earlier, and they're making the Heat take those long shots that they don't want to take. So the Heat's got to, and as Bob McAdoo said at halftime, the Heat's got to find other people to score to beat teams like the Nets and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
12 points for Vince Carter. Carter turns the corner and fires it up. 14 for Vince. Here comes Carter. And that's a goaltend on O'Neal. So Vince Carter, 6 points in the quarter, 16 for the night. Now, Coach, the Nets have been very impressive in not only their number of wins, but the quality wins. 2 victories each against the Pistons and Miami. They also own victories over the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns, so they've beaten some of the NBA's best teams.
That Phoenix game, 110-72. Ouch.
Vince Carter. Oh, he's got it dialed in now. 8 in the quarter, 18 for the ball game. Vince Carter. Oh, man. Bottoms up from Carter. He's got 10 in the quarter, 20 for the game, and Jason Capono with a loose ball foul after the shot.
Now he's in the open court.
And missing on the jumper, Richard Jefferson circles out with a rebound. The Nets attack 3-on-2. Vaughn for a Carter 3.
That's what happens when you miss a shot against this team or turn it over. They want to run with those good perimeter players.
Walker wheels in. He missed it. The Heat cannot score a bucket right now.
Well, Walker gets to the rim, but he can't finish that well.
And it's now a 20-point lead for New Jersey. Vince Carter has taken the second half over by storm. He's got 30 points, 20 in the quarter. New Jersey with a 5-point lead. They haven't scored since they went up by 20. Carter from downtown.
He was measuring it all the way. Good pass from the weak side.
Here comes Wade. Carter with a block. And Payton with a foul on the backcourt.
Now, Eric, what you have to do as a coach, I'm sure Pat's going through Pat Riley's mind right now, is once you make a big run, where do you make substitutions? Do you call a timeout?
Jack's played 32 minutes tonight after missing the Heat's last 2. Carter bottoms up.
Boy, top of the key. He's got his name written all over. He's made about 4 of those today.
A 9-2 run for the Nets to lead by 12. 4:25 remaining fourth quarter. Here's Carter again. Oh, brother, what a Heat killer he is. 27 a game in last year's playoff series.
Now the Heat's going to probably need to stop almost every time down the floor now.
Oh, my!
Wow.
Carter almost leaped right over the rim.
That was a set play from out of bounds, from the timeout, Eric, set up by Lawrence Frank. A back screen by Collins led to that lob pass to Carter and the dunk.
Wade also leads the league in free throw attempts. He's second in free throws made. Oh, no. We have seen enough of Vince Carter to last a lifetime. 43 points. He had 20 in the third quarter. Now Vince Carter saving this game for New Jersey with a magnificent performance. 43 points, 33 coming in the second half, and the Nets do get the job done. They win their 12th game in a row.
Samuel Dallenberg and Jason Collins on the tip, and the Nets in control. Hit played by Iverson. Jefferson guarded by Carney. And here's Carter off the pick.
Nice little side to side to get things started for the Nets.
9 unanswered by the 76ers. Carter gets inside. That will count. Not a good play by Dallenberg. That might not have gone in. So the basket counts and the foul. Here's Carter for 3. Yes.
Nice stroke there. Vince really squaring up. Looks like he's getting ready to play a little bit at the offensive end.
And stopping the 6-game losing streak in Boston the other night. A beautiful reverse stuff by Vince Carter.
I think that was an attempt by the Sixers to play a little bit of zone right there. And boy, did they ever forget about the middle of the floor.
Williams and Adams in the backcourt. Carter fires for 3. Dallenberg came out. Had the hands up. But Carter on a fadeaway three-pointer has given the Nets a 1-point lead. E. House taking part in only one full-scale practice. That was yesterday. Beautiful move. Carter got the step. And it's been an excellent first half for Vince Carter. 6 of 7. He now has 17 points. Here's Jefferson for 3.
I think we saw that shot this week up in Boston. Pretty big shot that he hit in Boston.
What a night it's been for Rodney Carney, the rookie from University of Memphis. He goes 6'7", 205, making his first NBA start. If Kyle Korver were available, he would have been in the starting lineup. Here's Carter with a nice move on Iguodala.
Yeah, and one of the things with your point there, too, with Carney, Marv, is the fact that, you know, he's very, very active.
Here is Carter. Saved by Iguodala.
Now Vince Carter just then, too, Marv, after he shot that and he missed, he then took his left hand and held on to the right wrist.
There's Kidd in the open floor, going right at Iverson, and it's put down by Carter.
Now let's see if he holds the wrist this time down the floor.
Weber. And Kidd with the rebound and pops it down. He has Carter ahead of the field. Carter able to gather it in and scores.
Way to stay with it.
Weber putting a move on Kristich.
That's exactly how you have to play him.
Good job by Dallenberg keeping it alive. Iverson. And again, Kidd fires it down. This time the Sixers get back.
I'd like to see the Jets throw the ball this much.
The alley-oop for Carter. Right on target. Jason Kidd with his 8th assist. Vince Carter taking it to the rim. He now has 26.
Isolation for Kidd if he wants it right there to back him down.
Hardy now defending on Carter with help. Carter was triple teamed and took it to the rim.
That is exactly what Vince Carter did Wednesday night against the Celtics in the fourth quarter. They got him the ball about 5 straight times just like that.
Here's Weber. He's now 5 for 15. This time Philadelphia does get back. Carter open for 3. Yes. I guess the wrist is fine.
It sure looks pretty good to me.
So the Nets now with Kidd and House in the backcourt. Carter, Kristich, and Collins up front. Oh! Vince Carter on the reverse, led by Jason Kidd.
Anytime you come out of a timeout, you want to run and execute a play and make sure you time it properly, and perfectly done again there by Kidd.
Here's Kidd on the run. Carter met by Green. Hunter over. And Carter saw it. Beautiful look. He saw the double team. He saw Hunter had left Collins wide open. Strong move by Iverson. Once again makes contact with Collins. 91-83. Nets with the lead. Here's Carter. That's too easy. Maurice Cheeks cannot be happy about that.
Well, they're obviously trying to get Carter and Jefferson involved here to take it down low. Good look to Kristich.
And Kristich with the bucket and the foul. Carter Got bottled up. On the recovery, he's able to hook it home. Carter being played by Weber. Nice pass. Jefferson. Yes! And the foul! 112-107. And here is Green as the Nets step away. And that'll do it.
Welcome back. Nets have dropped 9 of their last 11 after starting the season 5-3. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. The Nets and Grizzlies, Jefferson, Kristich, and Collins across that front line. Jason Kidd and Vince Carter are the guards. Stoudemire, pull up, pop. He pulled the string on it.
Well, you're right, getting back to that, that was not a great draft, but the right selection made by Rod Thorne. If you look at what guys accomplished, as Vince Carter knocks down the 3 off the transition basketball, but Kenyon Martin is a guy that accomplished something in this league already.
Knock away and another Memphis turnover.
I thought I had you stumped.
Thanks. I'm ready for you. Carter, back-to-back trays.
Vince Carter says, I'm ready for you, Jay Kidd. Goes to the sweet spot once again. Kidd delivers the basketball, and Carter does the rest.
Kidd looking inside, early offense. Kristich wanted it down low against Stromile Swift. Swift fronted, kick out. Carter over Miller, book it, a 3.
Once again, a lot of ball movement and man movement. The inside-outside attack, the double team comes. Kristich with a nice skip pass to Vince Carter all by himself. That's how you execute on the offensive end.
Carter got it, a 3. Vince Carter, 4 threes in the first quarter. He has 12 of the Nets' 22 points. 10 to shoot. Gives it up. Williams, wide open look. Got it for 3.
So good basketball, pushing in transition, pushing in the pick and roll, and finding Williams for the open look.
There's Carter off the double team. Moore attacking. Two-handed flush. Here's Williams. Makes his move against Atkins on a skip pass. Carter, that's a 3. Knocks it down. He is scorching hot from downtown. Here's Carter with a 3. Knocks it down. Number 6 for VC. 5-second differential shot clock to game clock. Carter got it. A 3. Matches the Nets record for 3-pointers in a game, and he does it in a half. Carter, difficult turnaround from the corner. Carter, pull up. That's pretty. Off the hesitation, Vince Carter now 25 points. Dante Jones, giveaway to Carter. Now it's a race to the rim. Gets it ahead. Jefferson. Down to 6:45 to play in the third. Kidd, looping pass. Carter. New Nets record. His 8th 3-pointer of the night, Vince Carter. Outside, Kidd gives it up. Carter wants another. And got it! He is unstoppable from the perimeter.
And if I'm Vince Carter, I'm putting a call into the commissioner. Please don't change basketballs. Please don't change basketballs.
Jones came out to defend him. And Kidd gets in on the act. It's infectious.
I'd like to say contagious.
Jefferson ahead. 3-on-1 developing. Williams to Carter. Taking flight. Vince Carter. Skywalker.
Williams to Carter. Mike Miller by himself. I don't drink, but it's Miller time, says Carter. And the bench excited about it. Get up. Get up.
Rudy Gay. And Gay is now 0 for 4 from the field. Carter, good move. Puts some English on it and spins it in. Kristich. And Carter slaps it outside. Antoine Wright. Carter. Perfect position for the follow. Nets in desperate need of a win. They get one tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. Vince Carter. A new Nets record for 3-pointers in a game. 9. Nets 105. Grizzlies 92. We'll give them to you again. All 9 3-pointers for Vince Carter. 37 points overall. 8 rebounds. 5 assists. 14 of 30 from the field. Our Geico plays of the game tonight. And Vince Carter standing by with Mark.
All right, I'm staying here with Vince. The guy tried to duck me. 37 points, 9 for 20 from three-point range. Where did this three-point barrage come from?
I couldn't explain it, and I don't want to explain it. After I hit a few, I was just trying to see what happens, and kind of got tired in the second half.
But did you get greedy? Did you want more?
I wanted more.
Yes. More importantly, right now, as a basketball team, how important was this win for you guys?
Very important. I think we've been in the slump. We've been up and down. We had a great showing against Phoenix, and not so great we felt against Boston. So, we're just trying to find out what Nets basketball team we're going to be, and this is a great showing for us tonight.
Were you guys conscious of holding on to this big lead tonight?
Definitely. Continue to be aggressive, play like we're down, play like we're behind 10 to 15 points, and I think our focus was a lot better because of it.
I am back to you. I'm going to let Vince go before he jacks up another three-pointer. Thanks,
for next game.
He's actually he's in three-point range right now, in fact, at that very spot. Well done, Mark.
For the New Jersey Nets, that's the first time the Nets will be using this lineup. Kidd and Carter in the backcourt, Mikey Moore, Jason Collins, and Antoine Wright get the start.
Another tough assignment by Steve Blake.
Vince Carter with it. Carter bigger, stronger, more physical in the lane, scores.
That is going to be a tough matchup. Blake's been asked the last 2 or 3 games to really throw his body out there and guard bigger, stronger guys.
Kidd can hit the three-pointer. And Carter gliding to the goal.
That was on to Collins. He thought Collins pushed him out of bounds. He wasn't able to slide over and give some help.
16-10. Carter, and Carter throws it down. So Vince Carter off to a great start. He's got 6 points. Vince Carter. And Carter in a nice rhythm. A two-pointer, he's got 8. Since Jason Kidd has gone out, Nuggets have taken advantage. Carter. A three-pointer. And Marcus Williams with his first 3 of the night. JR. That's long. Rebound, Kidd. Carter. And Carter scores and a foul.
And here comes New Jersey right back at you. Carter rolled up the back. It looks like Camby just trying to get out of his way. Swung, look, I'm going to get out of the way. Kind of landed on him when he landed on him.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. First foul on Marcus Camby. Vince Carter covered by Carmelo Anthony, and he scores. Carter with 14 points, his first 2 of the second half, and the New Jersey Nets have their first lead of the night. 7 on the shot clock. Carter's got it. Wright over Camby. Antoine Wright looks like he's a pretty good player. 6 points for him. It flies to Kidd, 9 on the shot clock. Back to Carter, 2-man game. Carter scores.
The difference between what New Jersey's doing right now is they are getting to the basket, just getting in the lane.
Nuggets got to pick it up at the defensive end. Bojan Nakbar. Well, Nakbar with 16 points. He's 1 shy of his season high now. 68-64 New Jersey.
You're playing good defense. I always tell the kids I used to coach, you can raise your hand and think you're open, but sometimes you got to move and get in line of sight. Right now, the defense for Denver, not very good. People standing and watching on one end, and it's related to standing around and watching on the other.
6 on the clock. Carter steps in for a 2. 2 minutes remaining. Vince Carter. Pick and roll. Williams splits.
Ball went right through Yakuba's hands. I don't know how. Right to Vince Carter.
Looked like he had it. And Carter somehow comes up with the 2 points. 3-point field goals. New Jersey really good. 9 of 18. And Blake tries to tip it out on the weak side. Couldn't.
He thought someone was jumping over his back. And that's where the assumption gets him in trouble.
Vince Carter got it. Foul. Vince Carter coming in on Nene. J.R. Smith coming in. Nice pass. Nene shot was blocked by Carter. J.R. Smith got it back. Pick and roll, Mikey Moore.
Just cannot get a ball. 4 points in a row on second shots, not securing the basketball. 11-2, New Jersey, second chance points.
Vince Carter now being covered by J.R. Smith. Down the middle, Nakbar. And he drops it home. That's a new season high and a new career high for it's a season high for Nakbar. All right, the Nuggets in tough against a desperate New Jersey team, which has lost 3 straight. Carter around
Carmelo got it. Wow.
Left arm kind of kicking out. Excuse me, right arm kicking out on Nene. No call.
He's got to have a stop this time down. Carter again.
Vince Carter's lit him up.
36 points for Vince Carter. 3 on the clock. Carter again. Vince Carter. 40 for Carter, and that's going to do it. The New Jersey Nets improved their record to 21 and 23. They break a 3-game road losing streak. The Nuggets have now lost 2 in a row.
Dick Bavetta, Violet Palmer, and David Guthrie, our officials tonight. Well, the Nets from the Eastern Conference against the Jazz from the West. Carter, saddled with 2 fouls early, comes right off the bench. Looks like he's been playing for a week. Sweet shot.
You heard Darren Williams talk about the crossover dribble of Jason Kidd. How about that crossover dribble against Jason Kidd?
That was his childhood hero. He watched and learned, did he not?
Yes,
There's a 3 ball on the way. Kidd hits. Jason Kidd, 7 on 3 buckets, 38-29 Utah. After free throw line, Carter is triple teamed. Dribbles out of trouble. Now restarts against Brewer. Spins, flips it back. Kidd for 3. Got it.
That's why these guys are so dangerous. Both guys can shoot the 3.
How about that shot? Hanging high. Carter missed the push shot, and Williams comes out of the pack.
Yeah, and Vince Carter came out of the pack with...
Watch out. The other way. Kidd up and in. Jason Kidd with 13. And it's 47-39. Down baseline, and the layup by Carter.
And what happens on the court now, we just hope and pray they get off okay.
Now, they look like they got along okay when we did the interview.
They did. They are very close.
Boy, Vince Carter is handling the basketball an awful lot here in this 3rd period.
Works his way around Harper. Now the follow-away jumper, got it. Boy, hit the back of the rim and got that shooter's bounce. Vince Carter with 14, 10 in the quarter. Carter, strong move inside, and Vince throws down his 16th point. Carter on the drive. Oh, and the right-hand slam over Millsap.
Jazz went back to the man-to-man. And Darren Williams takes it right back at him.
Hey, Vince, look what I can do. Carter with 19, Williams with 20. Carter for 3, yes!
Well, I tell you, I saw him shoot 3-point shots just barely over the mid-court line, and they were jump shots. He has great range, he has great wrist.
Alley-oop, catch it, drop it, bucket, and a foul shot to come.
And Millsap picking up now. This is his 5th foul. I mean, Vince Carter is really just taking the rookie to school here. This pass was made from about 35 feet away from the basket. Watch how far out Jason Kidd is making this pass. How long it stayed up in the air. But he still was able to put it into the basket. And going to get a chance for a 3-point play.
And the emotions boiling over for Vince Carter. Williams looking. Carter catches with 10, with 9, with 8. Goes in and slams for 2.
Now they want to put the ball in Derek Fisher's hands or...
Darren Williams wrapped up, and Kidd gave him a pretty good push with 5.9 to play. One more for Darren.
Now the big thing is, will they call a timeout?
Got the second.
No, they're not. They're going to put the ball in Jason Kidd's hands probably and let him go. Oh, Vince Carter.
Carter's going to take the double team. 2 to 1 from downtown. Oh! Unbelievable!
Unbelievable is right. Double teaming. You know, plenty of time here. And right here, you have 2 guys on him, but neither one of them come over at him. Right there, neither one. I mean, you just got to go out there and get him. But he has great range. Remember I told you at the beginning of the ball game, he was practicing those jump shots from just over half court, and they were jump shots. Look how easy he releases the ball. Look how
1.4 to play.
He has it. Great range, and it's the game winner.
The Nets at 35-40. The Wizards come in at 39-36. In this, the first of 2 straight. They'll play again in Washington on Tuesday night. And at this point, the Nets can finish anywhere from 6th to the number 8 spot. The fall-away attempt by Jamison. And back comes Jefferson. Kidd finds Carter. He's wide open for 3. Yes.
Well, it's a beautiful start for the Nets, Marv. After last night, one of the things they really want to do is make sure there's not a hangover effect, and it's a good way to get it down the floor. Everybody running.
Here's Carter. Carter has had 2 outstanding games against the Wizards. The Nets winning the previous 2. They won in Washington in overtime. That was back in November. And remember, Vince hit that straightaway 3 as time expired in regulation. That was with the old new basketball.
The old new one.
And he
confused everybody.
Yes, he got the drop on it. Here's Carter again from downtown. Collins defending on Jamison. Here's Jamison, and Collins got a piece of it.
Nice work by Collins there with the body also.
Carter again for 3. Yes. Well, he's hitting the shot. He's 4 of 6. That is his 3rd from downtown. Here's Carter for 3. I was about to say, not a good shot.
That was one of those. Are you kidding me?
Carter for 3. Carter. Vince Carter off the follow, puts it down.
Interesting enough, too, Marv. I mean, he finishes that. You see his reaction after he finished that dunk. I think he's more annoyed with himself for not hitting the jumper just then.
5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Jefferson steps back and hits the 3. Taylor getting some playing time as Eddie Jordan looks to rest his starting point guard Antonio Davis. Carter with his 5th 3 of this first half. Jamison trying to bank it. It's picked up by Kidd. He's on the run. It's a 3-on-2. Leads Jefferson. The game is tied at 34. Here's Carter for 3. Comes back to Kidd on the back tap. Carter spins and scores. He has 22 points. First of the home and home between these two clubs. Haywood. And back comes Kidd.
And look at the balance. 3 and 4 blue jerseys are back.
Carter from downtown. 25 points. He is 6 for 10 from beyond the 3-point line. You can see the Nets have already unleashed 17 3-pointers. They're shooting at a better percentage from downtown. Knockbar with a beautiful move, driving across the lane. That's a Kidd and Carter at the guards. Jefferson with Boone and Knockbar up front. Jefferson wide open for 3. Yes. A straightaway for Richard Jefferson. As the inbounds comes to Carter, goes to the fade and scores. 27 for Vince Carter. Game is tied at 46.
There's lack of free throws, too, Marv, an indication of things like this with Jefferson going long again.
That's another 3 for Jefferson. Nice fake by Hayes. Here's Jefferson again for 3.
Move over, Vince.
Off the steal. Here come the Wizards again, and Hayes takes to the rim.
Once again, that lack of attention coming out here in the third quarter, right after a timeout. Nets are fairly efficient after timeouts also.
Carter over Jamison. Hayes in his 4th season out of the University of Georgia. First-round pick back in 2003. Fade away by Carter. 31 points for Vince Carter. And Stevenson. Rebounded by Jefferson. Kidd met by 3 Wizards. Now finds the open man. It's Moore. Mikey Moore, who has been able to get into the offense here in the third quarter. Kidd open for 3. Yes, that's his first field goal. He does have 15 assists. Carter draws the triple team, so Kidd is open. Yes, that's a 2. He had a foot on the line. Nice play, and Mikey Moore was able to follow that play. A lot of times guys will have their heads turned, will not expect the pass when the ball is in the hands of a scorer, but Carter was able to lead Moore with that pass. Carter, yes, little backup move, and Vince Carter continues his exploits. 33 points on 13 of 24 shooting. Wright gets inside and pops it out. Carter for three. Yes! Carter played by Hayes. Robinson is open for three. Clifford Robinson from deep in the corner. Shot clock to three. Carter is fouled. The block on Ruffin. Stevenson. Nets and Wizards tied at 86. Kidd pass on a three. Jefferson able to knock it down. But Jason Kidd with assist number 16. Here's Daniels, and he is rejected. Off the steal. Kidd with the lead. Jefferson cannot score, but it's tipped home. Carter with a runner. Carter rebounds and gets it to Jefferson. Not able to hit the three. Wow. Oh, that was kept alive. And Mikey Moore put it down.
A terrific play by Carter again just then. The slap at the ball, not to rebound it.
Just under 5 left in the fourth. They clear it out for Carter. Goes to the step back and hits. 40 points for Carter. Jefferson for three. Yes. Here's Moore from Kidd. So Kidd, who had missed his previous 2 3-point attempts, pass up on a three, and then a beautiful move to find the cutting Moore. 17 assists for Kidd. Carter makes the turn. Carter with the lead. Here's Moore, lays it home. Mikey Moore from Vince Carter. Well, he's missed his last 4, but Carter on the loose ball. The hustle by Carter, a huge play, and he's fouled with 4 and 4/10 seconds remaining. Hits on both clutch free throws for Vince Carter. Now, the Nets have not been a team that has been able to get stops, particularly in final minutes of games. Let's see what happens here. Jamison with the shot, and the game is tied. He hits the three. Kidd with the inbounds. There's the lob, but it hit the rim, and we're headed to overtime. Carter also felt that he was fouled by Stevenson. There's Carter. Yes! And the foul! Another assist for Jason Kidd off a beautiful setup. Foul on Daniels. Whoa. Kidd had the ball knocked away and recovered. Beautiful move by Kidd. The Nets lead 112 to 104. They've taken command in overtime. It leads to a timeout called by Eddie Jordan. Now down to 5 on the 24. Robinson for three. Yes! Clifford Robinson with 2 clutch shots. The last time that teammates had a triple-double in the same game, 1989. A combination of Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan against the Clippers. Grainy footage, but nevertheless, we get the idea. I did that game, and I just had to ask producer Frank DeGrace, who did they play? It's a blur to me. And what year was it? 89 Clippers. Thank you. Lawrence Frank is more involved with coming away with a victory here, and they do foul Kidd. So he'll go to the line with an opportunity to come up with the triple-double. And there it is. And he's well aware of it. Jason Kidd and Vince Carter each with triple-doubles. The first time that 2 players on the same team have come up with triple-doubles in a single game since '89 when Jordan and Pippen pulled it off. An exciting game in overtime. The Nets able to come away with the win over the injury-hit Washington Wizards.
Chris Bosh, so dynamic this season. 3rd in the league in scoring, 5th in the league in rebounding, 2nd in minutes played. He is in the top 10 in field goal shooting percentage, and of course, Vince Carter early on, his franchise, and now it is Chris Bosh's.
Well, no doubt, they played together, and you could definitely see the difference in Chris Bosh as he's gone along here.
Over E now, and the shot doesn't go, spills out, and here's Vince Carter. E knocks it down. He likes to step outside.
Good point. He can do that, and he does it well. That's a tough cover for Jose there because he can't keep him in front of him, and then Vince can just shoot it over the top of him.
Carter. Hot step into the rack to tie
it. He still has it.
No. He does. 31 years of age now. Carter with the finger roll. So dangerous. Carter!
Tell you what, speaking of wallet, the New York Knicks are going to have a little more in their wallet with those trades that they made today in a few years. Trying to get some cap space.
That's Al Harrington. With Jamal Crawford. Carter delivers.
And Zach Randolph as well going out of town.
Step back. Here's Bosh.
I think Mike D'Antoni's going to go in and say, you know, we're not going to be very good. Can I have like another year or two on the extension so at the back end of the deal I can win a little bit?
Like Tom Crean at Indiana and Bloomington.
That's right.
And Carter drills the shot. And Vince Carter starting to get on track. He is 6 of 8, 10 in the quarter, 14 overall. Nahara on the inside. Well, 21 of their 45 points coming from that backcourt. Carter to the hole, and he gets the roll. He has 16.
That was a good move. What did he do? He took it right into the body of the shot blocker, O'Neal.
Trying to drive on Parker. Does. 18 points. Shot doesn't go. Carter with another offensive rebound to the cutter. Ejen Lien with the slam dunk.
That's a nice catch because the pass was behind him.
Bargnani, no. And Ejen Lien and the Nets have an opportunity to make it a single-digit game. Vince Carter does. 7-point game. Pick and roll action with Lopez. 4-point game. Carter lays it up and in. There's plenty of time left. Be careful. 2-possession game. Big stuff. Here's Carter. Drills it. Watch out. 4-point game. Bargnani. 5-second violation. The inability to execute. You got to be better than that at that stage. And now all of a sudden a 1-possession game. And a foul on Devin Harris with 14.7.
2-possession game if he makes it.
He does. Harris better hurry. Here's Carter. Carter trying to get by. Does to the hole. Good. Parker. And he's fouled by Lopez. Lopez picks up his 4th. Parker, his first trip to the line.
I give the foul. I don't want to give up a game-tying 3. First, you got to make the free throw.
That has always been a big discussion. The make there, and now here's the 22nd timeout. Bargnani on the ball. Fans on their feet. Carter up top. Carter! 0.5 of a second remaining in the 4th.
Great screening action and movement. Oh boy, I mean that is prime time. I mean you got Parker right in his face. Look at all the action. He sets it, kind of a dummy screen, and then he comes up the gut off of Lopez. Quick catch. And you look at this New Jersey bench. Oh yeah.
Moon.
Good call though.
They were down 18. And here they are in overtime on the road. Carter. Oh my. Carter. How sweet it is.
Big possession right here. We've had tons of them. Number 4's got to get a touch. High screen and roll.
Double comes. Bosh delivers 39.
Well, they're sucking in on the penetration now. Great read by Calderon.
Here's Bosh. Bosh wants it, and he got it. Are you kidding me? Chris Bosh, 42 in the foul.
He comes out, good fake, gathers, nails it.
3-point game timeout. Here's Parker, launches, yes! Anthony Parker in front of the Nets bench. How big are you? 2.1 left, Simmons to inbounds. Bargnani on the ball. Carter, oh no! 1.5. Devastating. 129, 127 in overtime.
Vince Carter. This is a great play call by Lawrence Frank. What he does is he comes up to set the back screen, and as the defense reacts to that, he goes to the rim. Oh, great call.
Vince Carter comes back once again, 39 points.
On a beautiful 58-degree evening in Central Florida, we are at the Amway Arena, downtown Orlando. It is the New Orleans Hornets facing the Orlando Magic. The Magic turning it as of late. They have won 8 of the last 10, and at 34-17, they are tied with Denver for the third best record in the NBA. Cleveland on top, 41-11. Lakers at 39-13. The Magic in the white, controlling the opening tip. Nice pass. Howard finds Carter.
I'll show you the difference. New Orleans shoots about 21 three-pointers a game as Vince Carter hits that pull-up 20-footer. But Orlando shoots almost 28 a game. So a difference of about seven more attempts from the three-point line for Orlando.
Here's Carter for 3. Yes! And we're seeing a different Vince Carter who struggled throughout the month of January. Vince Carter back as he gets it to Gortat. Marcin Gortat from Vince Carter. Carter played by West. Here's Carter with the teardrop. Here's Carter open for 3. And we're seeing a different Vince Carter battling his way out of a month-long shooting slump. Carter backs in. Carter scores. This is the Vince Carter that Orlando was looking for when they made the trade. Here's Carter open for 3. Well, during the early moments of the third, the Magic going right to that three-point line, and they've knocked down 3, 2 for Lewis, and the one by Carter. Carter got the step on Peterson. So the 17-point lead is down to 6 on a 10-0 run by Orlando. Here's Carter on a crossover. Yes! Oh, what a shot by Vince Carter, who will head to the line.
This is what I've been waiting to see from Vince Carter. And you see the and one and the extension from half man. Half amazing.
Peterson trying to defend on Carter. Carter puts a move on, met by Singaila, and he scores! We're seeing the Vince Carter that the Nets saw, that the Raptors saw. Here's Carter again. 11 of 15, 26 points, 5 for 5 here in the third. Orlando is within 3. Carter backing his way, went behind the back from Barnes. Oh, you can't miss a shot after that kind of pass. Carter backs Collison and scores again. Make it 6 of 6 for Vince Carter in this third quarter. 28 points in all, and the Magic within 1. Here's Carter to the rim. Shot clock to 3. Here's West. Just looking to get it up to the rim.
You see who they put on West that time. Dwight Howard took the challenge of playing West defensively.
A long three-pointer. 33 for Vince Carter. Carter, yes! 35, that's a season high for Vince Carter. Carter for 3, yes! The game is tied. Carter putting the move on Posey and scores. The basket is good and a foul.
What a move there by Vince Carter, weaving himself through the legs, through two defenders.
Foul on Posey. Three-point play for Carter. He has 41 points, 27 coming in the second half. James Posey, an excellent defender. Guarding Carter, got hit side of the head. Sangata over to help. Carter fires, yes, from downtown. It's the Vince Carter show here in the Magic Kingdom. 44 points. Carter on a fade, yes. He has been unconscious. 46 points, 32 in the second half. 4-point lead for the Magic. Reach-in foul as they try to trap Carter. He's an 85% free throw shooter.
Yeah, but when you're knocking down jump shots and threes like he has in this second half, you don't need to be fouled.
And that is number 48.
Was vintage Vince Carter, what we've come to know from his days in Toronto and New Jersey. You know, the step backs, the splitting of the double teams and the finishes. Didn't get to the free throw line, but his ability to get into the paint and take the contact, perhaps, maybe he's getting his legs and some of these little nagging injuries behind him, and this is the Vince Carter we're going to see for the home stretch.
Good box out by Vince, and he'll run it down. Standing ovation here at the Amway Arena for the home team. Spectacular night for Vince Carter. 19 of 27, 6 threes, 7 rebounds, 48 points, 34 coming in the second half.
The drive between Dallas and San Antonio is just a little over 3 hours as two teams from the same division are locked up in a very good one. Tonight from the AT&T Center, TNT's playoff coverage continues as the number 8 seed, the Dallas Mavericks, try to pull off the upset, facing the number 1 seed, the San Antonio Spurs, with the series all tied up. Duncan and Ginobili, and blocked by Vince Carter, who puts it right back. And Tim Duncan throws Carter out of the way behind him. 2.5 to play. Let's see how Dallas closes out the first 12. Vince Carter, big time. He was just 2 for 9 in the last one. They needed that triple. Into the shot clock. Vince Carter saw it. What an alert play by Vince Carter.
He's so right, alert. He came from the other side of the baseline. He's thinking the heavens, because he knows he didn't call glass on that. They're getting killed by the same play, and that's the high pick and roll where they pass back to a shooter like Diaw, or where they cut, just like Dirk did on the other end. In other words, gave San Antonio a little taste of their own medicine.
Carter got in position. Not much Splitter could do after he separated and found some space. Carter right back at it. Phil's hit up from long range. We are even at 37. Carter makes sure his foot behind the line. And Dallas has their first lead of the game with 6:38 and counting left in the half. Vince Carter tapped away. Stays with it though. And he's going to the free throw line. On the deflection. Boy, an opportunity for a big trip. Vince Carter makes it a 5-point journey for the Dallas Mavericks. How big was that? Tough all the way. Vince Carter.
I thought that was Dirk Nowitzki.
So you look like he's a Raptor again?
No, he looked like Dirk on that play.
Vince Carter again. Vince Carter, after 2 for 9 in Game 4 on his home floor. Game 3, the guy that saved it for Dallas. Extra pass, Carter back into the game and still on target. Monte Ellis on the dribble handoff. It'll be Carter for 3. Yes! Vince Carter has been sensational with 28 points off the bench tonight.
Once again, for you basketball heads, Vince Carter inbounded the ball, went to the baseline where he hit the shot the other day, got a pin down from Dirk Nowitzki to get that same shot at the top of the key.
It'll be Nowitzki at the buzzer. And that will do it. So once again, our final score, San Antonio headed back to Dallas, the defending Western Conference champions, with a 6-point win, 109-103.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the excitement of the NBA. From fabulous FedEx Forum on Beale Street in downtown Memphis, Tennessee, the Memphis Grizzlies try to end a 5-game losing streak as tonight they take on the Milwaukee Bucks. And Antetokounmpo crowding JaMychal Green, making the entry very difficult to Marc Gasol against Maker. Extra pass. Conley's got an open look at a three. Bingo!
You couldn't have asked for a better start than good ball movement on the offensive end and Mike Conley getting an in-rhythm three-point shot. Only 9% the last 2 games.
Conley, another three. That one too strong. JaMychal Green, offensive rebound. Vince will tee up a three. Bingo!
Well, there's already a different feeling in the building, partner.
Knocked away from Monroe. JaMychal comes up with it. Under 5 remaining first quarter.
I really like the defensive activity to start this game for Memphis.
JaMychal uncorks a three. Well short, Vince Carter. Yes.
That was a pass, partner. He saw that Vince had the inside position, and he just wanted to make it look like a jump shot so the Milwaukee Bucks would not pick up the pass.
How about a Vince three? Bingo.
This guy just continues to keep himself ready to play basketball in whatever role the Grizzlies need him to be.
Vince steps out for three. Bingo. How about Vince Carter? Perfect. 4 for 4 from downtown for Vince. It's his 3 for 3, I beg your pardon. 4 for 4 overall. Monroe, that was raked free by Mike Conley. Got a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Tony Allen, JaMychal Green, Vince Carter. A reverse dunk for ViNSANITY.
And a slap with a backboard afterwards. Let you know how good VC is feeling tonight. Watch the reverse. Reverse the dunk. Slap the backboard for him, Vince.
Do you think there's any chance that Vince Carter wants to show off just a little bit in front of Jason Kidd?
Just a little bit to show him, look at what I can still do.
The guy who I am maybe most happy for, if he gets to meet Vince Carter, is the guy who flew all the way from France with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because, he's seeing vintage Vince Carter tonight.
He's getting an opportunity to see Vince at his finest. Because we, again, get to see him finishing and that over-the-top look, the slap of the backboard. But we talked about it earlier in the season. Vince Carter, everything he was doing, only missed that free throw, was going towards the basket. Had a little bit of a lull during the season where he wasn't getting to the basket. And, you know, those two used to have a lot of conversations back in the day.
Marginal difference, shot clock to game clock. Carter for three. Bingo! Right between the eyes at the expiration of the shot clock with 0.2 of a second. And the Grizzlies have a 10-point lead heading to the locker room. Vince, a deep three. Bingo! Oh my goodness, Vince Carter, 5 for 5 from downtown. Gasol, corner three. Good again! Vince Carter is on fire! Vince Carter through the lane draws a foul. Vince makes both, and the Grizzlies win this one by 20. Going wire to wire after losing wire to wire on Saturday night against Atlanta.
We now have a tie. 78th all-time on the NBA list for assists. Was held by Brevin Knight. Vince Carter tying him tonight. What does that mean for you, Vince, to tie Brevin?
Hold on. Start with me first. I'm still the guy that got there. And so all I like to say is Vince Carter, it took him a lot of years to try to catch up to me. We understand what we both did. If I was allowed to play this many years, I would be close in the scoring numbers where he is. Take that to the bank.
Oh, that's not true at all. So honored, Vince. Yeah.
I am so honored. I am so honored. Whenever they told me about it, I purposely tried to drive and get TA the open shot because he just said he was open to play before, and he goes into his dribble package. I was like, no, because I already had a plan to run straight to Brevin right there and rub it in his face. But it's a great win, great energy. I think we just decompressed and guys just looked themselves in the mirror and just said, hey, we got to fix it. And you could just feel a different vibe and energy tonight.
You were just waiting for a win. Any win, anywhere, against anybody, and it would come. But you needed a performance like tonight. Have to feel good with the way you played, not just getting the W, but the way you guys played for 48 minutes.
Ball movement. I think first and foremost, we moved the ball. We found the open guy. We got open shots and made the game easy for each other. In my personal opinion, I feel like we're a very good basketball team. We make plays for each other and just make the game easy for each other and make teams make decisions. And I think that's what we did tonight.
Boy, when you get in that rhythm, Vince, it looks like you know you can feel it, and you want that ball and you want to keep putting it up.
For sure.
Great job tonight scoring, but the offense moving the ball the way that they did. The ball movement was fantastic. The movement defensively, did it all just come together? Did you see something the last couple days that you thought maybe we're ready?
We talked about just playing harder, but I think more than anything, guys just play selfless tonight. Just to say, you know what, I'm gonna do my job, but I'm gonna make the game easy for the next man. And the ball was just moving. The open guy found the ball, knocking down shots. And that's last game we had open shots, we just didn't make them. But tonight, I think because we knew it was going to be the next pass, and the open guy was going to hit it, you kind of focus in, and it was just a great win for us tonight.
I knew you were ready for big minutes tonight when we talked before the game, getting the start. You were a little spry tonight, the reverse dunk, bringing that back, huh?
I don't know what was that all about, but hey, like I said, I just wanted to bring me to the table and just do what I do and just play the game the way that I do, and I'm just glad I can help this team get a win and get back on the winning column.
I do know that's one thing BK can't do. Vince, congratulations. Nice win.
Thanks.
Vince Carter with a game-high 24 points and a season-high 24 points as well.
Middle game of a 3-game Western Junket presented by AT&T as the Cavaliers have come to the state capital of California, specifically Sacramento, and the gleaming Golden One Center, year 2 for this building. Cavaliers won their first foray into this particular gym last year.
Vince Carter checks in. Paulie Stein, nice delivery to Vince. Too deep, but he hit it anyway. Tough little shot, boy. Whirling dervish for a 40-year-old Vince Carter. Up top, Paulie Stein. You can see how long he is down there. Willie Cauley-Stein has 4. Here he wants to post up. Vince Carter ducks under him. Goes to work. Oh, Carter may have gotten a piece. Cleaned up by Jay Crowder. And a goaltend as Vince tried to go Dikembe Mutombo on him. And he caught it on the way down. Carter still get up. And he scored it. So Vince in his 20th season, and this was his goal to play 20 years in the NBA. Carter cut off by Crowder. Kept the dribble line. Got the rack and finished it. Vince Carter turning back the clock here tonight.
He always had that ability, Fred. He can slither through tight spots and do a lot of good things.
Carter has to fire a long one. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? He hit it from Roseville.
The Cavs are going to let...
Wow, Vince Carter with 5 on the shot clock.
The old Sage veteran come off the bench and light him up.
Bogdanovich, pitch and catch with Carter. Spinning, reversing, too easy. So Vince Carter, who averages 3 points a game, has 11 tonight.
Well, again, they're beating the Cavs up in the paint.
Carter elevates and hits it for 3. How about Vince Carter tonight? He's got 14. It's a season high for Vince Carter. Bogdanovich, far corner. Oh, Carter there. Are you serious? Vince Carter for 3. Turning back the hands of time here against the Cavaliers.
I don't understand it, Fred. I really don't understand it.
Drop off Cauley-Stein. He finished it right through the contestant LeBron James. Cavaliers in some trouble now, down 11. Carter to Cauley-Stein for an easy deposit. Cauley-Stein's wearing him out inside. Shot clock at 10. Carter again. Oh my goodness. Vince Carter. You got to tip your hat to him. He has killed him at the 3-point line.
You're right.
Carter bulldozing, scoring. He's not been ViNSANITY tonight in the high wire act, but he's been very effective with 22. Vince Carter. It's unreal. He's gone video game on him tonight. Vince Carter.
Wow.
This is crazy. He's got 24. On a night where LeBron James gets a triple-double. But he couldn't care less about that.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. Losing to this team is what everybody's all confused about.
Temple, of course he hits the 3. And they're going wacko here at Golden One Center.
Wow.
Burying the Cavs right now by 17.